ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the biggest video I've ever done. And a lot of you guys have been trying to guess. And I'll be ranking every single level in Rolling Sky from worst to best. That consists of 246 levels. Including 2 that haven't come out yet, yes. But those will just be speculations, as for what I know so far. All of these are going to get ranked. Except for these ones that they're not getting ranked. Where's the beta? There it is. These 4 will not be getting ranked. And we'll get to those later. So, without further ado, let's get started as I rank every single level in Rolling Sky from worst to best. Kicking us off in the F tier, we already know what's going to be first. Come on, guys. If you don't know this, you're living under a rock. Alone 2 is 246th place, and I feel like I don't even need to elaborate on this, considering that it has the worst soundtrack in the game, the worst routing in the game, and quite frankly, the theme is just awful to me. And I've said it repeated times, and it will probably always be my least favorite level in the game. I don't see any way something's beating that. And at 245th place, another level that we all know is my second least favorite level in the game, the basketball. Now, the basketball, we also already know why we need to destroy it so we can get a weekly match devil emoji. We also know that the third crown absolutely sucks ass. It's awful. One of the worst crowns in the game, if not the worst crown in the game. And it also just has bad running in general. Generic theming with no new theme, really. One of the only fan-made that does that. So quite frankly, yeah, kind of disappointed. Not gonna lie. Now, as for the third worst level in the game, 244th place, it actually might be a little more of a surprise to y'all, but my pick for that is actually Clown Park. It has moved down very recently. This used to be Naval Battle, but I do think that this level is actually worse than Naval Battle because at least Naval Battle has a longer route. This one, the route's just fine. I don't know. It's pretty bad. It's short, and I don't like it. But Naval Battle cannot escape for too long, considering that they are literally the very next pick in 243rd place, though they did move up a spot. And that's because I just like the route a tiny bit more than Clown Park, but that a tiny bit more is very relevant. That does not mean that I like this level. In fact, I don't really like it at all. And I don't have much to say about these levels. I've kind of talked about how much I hated all the F tier levels very recently. I think the meat is going to be after the F tier. But in 5th to last place and 242nd place, I guess, Faster. Where are you? There you go. With the whole mechanic of the slow, fast, and normal speed introduced in Zone 22's update, I'm tempted to just put this level even lower because its literal own mechanic has just been rendered completely useless. This level's whole mechanic was like being the only level in the game, well, for like a month. It was like the only level in the game that could have this faster mechanic, and now every single level has it, so it's kind of useless. Similarly, Golden Christmas, that came out a month later, also had this mechanic, also rendering that level useless. And now this level's kind of rendered useless, because it's one of the most generic Christmas levels. Well, it is the most generic Christmas level in the game, and I don't like it for that. It has the most generic Jingle Bells remix. It has mystery boxes, which aren't that good in my opinion, and the theming is honestly just kind of, I don't like it. And in 240th place, we have a level that I've seen a lot of people like kind of defend, but like in lower tiers, it's Championship. This level, I'm glad it's a 3-star now. It was released as a 2-star. It's definitely too hard for that. I don't know why it was that. I find it just really boring. The music has never really been something that I've personally enjoyed, and I don't know. Quite frankly, I I've never been a fan of this football theme either. Which is why we'll see another similar level kind of coming up soon. In 239th place, though, we have Christmas Gospel, which I believe is the second bonus on this. Nope, third bonus on this list. Oh, nope, sorry, there you go. And it's the bonus to Golden Christmas, and this is the first complete level set on this list. So that's your worst level set in the game, guys. Uh, Similar to Golden Christmas, it has a very generic soundtrack, though I do think it's a bit better. A little bit of a better routing because it's a little more challenging. And just the most generic obstacles you've ever seen in your life, and the crowns are just okay. So, yeah, 239th place and 241st place is the worst level set in the game. They're just so boring. In 238th place, I think we're going to have one of my most controversial picks of this video, because trust me, there will be many. In 238th place, we have Love E. Right there. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Love E is a great level. Why are you putting it so low? Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this level wasn't even intended to be an anniversary level. That's how lazy they were with it. Not only do I think the soundtrack is one of the worst in the anniversary category, its routing is just as bad, in my opinion. I don't like all of the, pretty much every single mystery box I think is horribly designed, and most of the route is just the normal route is as well. I'm fine with the cameos that we got in Moda Feast, because they actually did it well, and they didn't use this level soundtrack, because honestly the soundtrack is a huge turnoff to me. I wasn't even excited from the soundtrack teaser, so feel my pain when I found out that routes were really bad, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna have to defend this pick a lot, unlike a lot of other ones in F tier, but Lovey 238th place, which is the 8th worst level in the game, or 9th, sorry. I can't do math. 10th worst level in the game. In 237th place, we have Halloween Escape, which I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this one that much. This is always a low tier pick for a lot of people. I would put it in the E tier, but E tier dissolved, and this is one of the ones that fell into the F tier. And quite frankly, I feel like it deserves to be here. It's boring, and it's boring. If you look at my episode 214 deeper dive title for this video, it is literally just why in all caps, and like why do I have to play this? It's so boring. That's just like what a lot of my last deeper dive videos were. They're just the boring levels. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, Halloween Night is going to be our worst Halloween level on this list. Though it does have a buddy, because in 236th place, we have Halloween Night, which is a harder level. Oop, there you go. Halloween Night is the easiest 6-star, and quite frankly, I don't know if it should be a 6-star, or I guess the second easiest 6-star, but I think it should be the easiest 6-star. I think we all know why it's here. The portal mechanic here is actually one of the dumbest things ever introduced into the game. I'm legit thinking that they did it on purpose. The mechanic here is the portals will fling you in a random direction, and no other portals in the game do this. Like, not a single other level where portals are used have this mechanic. And it actually makes the level unbearable to play if you want to perfect it, meaning that it's just awful if you want to go for the perfection thing. So I'm personally not a fan, and I will just leave it there. Up next is a level I don't have much to say about, so we're going to get this one done quickly. Right there. In 235th place, we have Sunny. Sunny is boring. It doesn't even use its main level's theme. It just uses its theme twice, and then it goes to Massive's theme for some reason. Sure, it's a good level for opening players. It is the second easiest level in the game, so it's like one of the most beatable levels in the game. but to me it just makes it so boring. And we'll see a level very similar to it come up very soon as well. In 234th place, we have one of the newer levels, and actually our first co-creation level. I think it would be a crime for me to put anything other than Industrial Age as the worst co-creation level. It definitely deserves that title. So in 234th place, Industrial Age. This level has a bad route. Quite frankly, the soundtrack is the worst Samsung soundtrack in the game, in my opinion. And the decoration is fine, actually. I think it's its saving grace for being a lot lower in the F tier. We will see its bonus a lot later. Like, stick around for maybe like an hour and a half if you want to see its bonus. But as for this level itself, yeah, bad route. I think that's kind of the reason it's in F tier, basically. In 233rd place, we have a level that I might also have to defend as well, and that is Circus, because I see a lot of people liking this level, especially compared to its bonus. But I have never been a fan. I don't know why. I just never liked the theming of this level. I never wanted a circus theme level 2, and I feel like now with Amusement Park, these two levels have been power crept so hard. Because if I'm going to play an Amusement Park theme level or like a circus theme level, I would just rather play Amusement Park. Because similarly to Furnace's or Industrial Age's bonus, if you want to see Amusement Park, you might have to stick around to like the very end of the video to see it, because that's how high up it is. So I would just rather play that level, and that's move Circus down in the F tier even. But in 232nd place, we have a level that recently fell, 8-bits. It actually moved up recently as well, because it was moved to a 2-star on the level list, and it is not a 1-star. So I'm glad that they finally changed that. It was initially a 2-star on release too, which is kind of funny. They moved it back after like, what, 9-ish years? I have nothing to say about this level. It's very boring. It suffers from pretty much everything that Halloween Night suffers from. In fact, after 231st place, we're going to have literally just a bunch of levels that I'm going to put on at the same time, because they all suffer from the exact same thing. But in 231st place, we have a level that doesn't suffer from being too boring, and that is American football. And I think the main reason why I'm putting this level so low is because I really don't like its theming. I'm not an American football fan, but I just don't like how they did this. I don't know. I think there's a Dallas Cowboy reference in the background, and if there's anything that I do know about football, it's that I don't like the Dallas Cowboys. So, sorry if you're like Cowboy fans watching. I'm more of a Texan fan myself. I'm a Houston guy at heart. And yeah, I don't know. The route is fine, I guess. I really don't like that one gem, I will say. I don't have much to say about it. But in 230th place, we have Joker. In 229th place, we have Mental Rave. Where are you? In 228th place, we have the Eye of Horus. And in 227th place, we have Cobweb. You might be wondering, Casual, why did you not talk about any of those levels as you put them on? And like I said, they all suffer from the exact same things. They're too easy, they're too boring, and quite frankly, I don't like all of their soundtracks. Joker's soundtrack I probably like the most, but you might be asking, okay, Casual, why is it so low then? And that's because I just like its theming the least, actually. So that's why I put it there. Cobweb, why is it the highest of those four? I don't know. I think I like the route of Cobweb the best, but like I said, that's relative. Like it's not the best of anything. In 226th place, we have another easy level, but this one gets a lot more leeway because it is the tutorial. Cloud. It's the tutorial level. Yeah, a lot of people put it in like D tier. Some put it in F tier, like me. I recently moved it down because I don't want to go back and replay it. Sure, it's a tutorial. It's good for new players, but I'm not a new player, and I'm ranking it based on how I like it. So, yeah. And remember, guys, this is just my list. If you disagree with me on anything, that's totally fine. This is totally opinionated. I know a lot of people are going to put a certain level that's in 223rd place a lot higher than I'm putting it. I'm going to crush some people's souls when I put this level in F tier. But before we get to that, in 225th place, we have Successful Person, which is all the way down here. There it is. Ooh, Gucci. This level suffers from just having a boring soundtrack. It is the second worst fan made in the game. It's the easiest fan made in the game, which is probably a reason why it's down here. It is way too easy. The soundtrack is just meh, which is pretty bad. And I think the reason it's up here is because it got that theme retexture, which I think is the only thing saving it from being a lot lower in F tier. But still, I don't think it's enough to carry it out. And in 224th place, we have Pirate Ship, which has moved up quite a bit, especially since they moved it to a 3-star. That did help it quite a bit. I don't have much to say about it. Like, it suffers from exactly the same thing that Naval Battle suffers from. But this, I would argue, is my most controversial pick of the video, actually. In 223rd place, Competition Park. Now, I'm going to have to defend this one so much, but I have always despised this level. The highest this level has ever been is the low B tier, and that was on release, because I was like, I'm going to give it a chance. And quite frankly, I can't give it a chance. I am not a fan of any of the mystery boxes in this level. In fact, when I go back and play it, trying to get all of the mystery boxes literally decentivizes me from ever wanting to play it again. Like, since I re-perfected it when I think I lost on my progress the Wasteland Wild Sands update, I legitimately, that was the last time I played this level, when Wasteland Wild Sands came out. So, like, late November, early December. Like, it was so long ago, because I just don't want to play it. The route is so bad, in my opinion. And the background, it's just a game controller. The only thing that's special about it is it introduced animated themes. Like, oh, we could use that here. It's still boring, and quite frankly, just really bad. In 222nd place and 221st place, we have two levels that are very similar to each other, both co-creation levels, both ones that I don't like that much. So in 222nd place, we have, where are you? Lively Spirits. Okay. Suffers from bad soundtrack. We all know the drama behind that, though that isn't outside of the game issue. It also just has repetitive routing, and the themes are just eh. And in 221st place, closing out the F tier, we have Lighthouse Alley. This level uses the Starfish Obstacle, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong, Mr. Probro. It uses the Starfish Obstacle 105 freaking times. That's so unbalanced, honestly. And if you guys know Lighthouse Alley, this is one of the shortest levels in the game. So it's actually absurd that they use it that many times. Alright. Moving up to the D tier. These are levels that I don't really like that much, but they're not F tier because they have some redeeming quality. So kicking us off in the D tier, we have a pretty early level on. Kung Fu, which just got its bonus. Kung Fu, I've never really liked. I think the soundtrack is the worst F777 soundtrack in the entire game. However, its redeeming quality is that I like its routing quite a bit, but I actually hate its routing for like the last 20%. But other than that, it's fine. Like, I don't like the last crown either. The thing saving it, like, that's the thing saving it from F tier, but I think if it was just a little, I don't think it'll ever be F tier. There's some levels in the D tier, I'm like, I might move them down. And there's some levels in the F tier that I might move them up. This one, I feel like I'm very confident just leaving it in the D tier forever, unless something changes with it. In 219th place, we have a level that a lot of people will probably agree with me on, and that is Lost City. This level, similar to Alone 2, has horrible routing. It's too RNG based, but the thing saving it is I do think its soundtrack is miles better than Alone 2. I also like the pink theme that this level introduced. Alone 2 didn't have that. In fact, we will see the pink theme bonus, Venus, quite a while later. It's not like an A tier or anything, but like we'll see it later. It's the best of the set. But yeah, that's why it's down here. In 218th place, we have a level that I think a lot of people are going to disagree with me on, especially because it's a classic, Illusion. I've never been I have been a fan, but like, I can't let nostalgia carry it this hard. It has a great soundtrack carrying it into D tier. It will never fall into F tier, also nostalgia. But the route is just so boring. And the background, too. It is literally the background that it shows when you haven't loaded in a level yet. I mean, like, come on. It's just a gray background. I can't give it that. I love the level, like, nostalgia-wise, but I really can't. I have to put it in D tier. And in um, where are we? Oh, there we go. In 217th place, we have Forest A. This is the mini level forest. And we all know why this one was bad. They completely ruined the routing. They removed the forest, the second forest theme, so we only start in the forest and then we never go back to it for some reason. And there's so many routing flaws, it is actually quite insane. So, yeah, we're going to be putting it there. And in 216th place, we have Anniversary. And while we're at it, in 215th place, hold on, we have this level's main level, Happy Birthday. This might be a pick I have to, like, kind of defend, but I feel like this is kind of justifiable. Happy Birthday is one of the hardest 6 stars in my opinion, though it is the OG. I think it doesn't really do the birthday thing very well. Sure, there are cameos. They do an E-Labyrinth cameo, which is fun, which is why it's higher than Anniversary, because they only do a Castle in the Sky cameo, which doesn't even have the music thing. Both of them don't even do soundtrack cameos. They just kind of use the song Happy Birthday, which is fine. I'm just not a fan of how they did that. I don't have much more to say about that. In 214th place, we have another fan-made level, and that would be the Chaos. Alrighty. The Chaos is honestly just an underwhelming level, and I like it more in Dancing Line. This level is fine. It uses an Egyptian theme, which is it's fine, but I'm personally not a fan of how they did that. And like, I don't know. I can't really explain why I dislike this one. It's like the routing is like fine in some cases, but it's also not in others. And I just don't like to come back to it, quite frankly. In 213th place, we have... I'm going to scroll really far down for this one. Polar Night Wandering V2, our first... Well, I guess our second 2025 level on this list. And oh my god, I have to scroll up so much, guys. This level has a horrible route. And that is the only thing that really carries it all the way down here. I hate this level's route. In fact, the more that I play this level, the more that I hate it. Like, it started out in A tier, because I'm like, okay, the obstacles are still fine, the route does kind of suck, but yeah, I just neglected to see it. But the more that I played it, the more I was like, wow, yeah, this route sucks. And especially the first version, which once again, you have to watch to the very end of the video to see it. This is just not, it's not there. In 212th place, we have a level that I'm also probably going to have to defend quite a bit. Microchip. Personally, I have never really been a fan of this level. The soundtrack is the carry factor. I was very excited for this level when I saw the soundtrack. However, I feel like we've had this theme done so many times at this point that it's just a generic, like, high-tech future level. I mean, the soundtrack is iconic, yes. That's kind of why it's here. I can't get over how, like, meh the route is. It's, like, one of the most forgettable routes in the game. And the theme is just so generic. I think the theme is really what brings it down here. I'm going to have to put it in 212th place. I'm sorry. In 211th place, we have another classic. The second level ever in the game, Sky. Now, hear me out. Sky is, sure, it's a classic. It's the first level where you could die at 100%. But is it really all that? It's got like generic theming. It's just kind of boring in my opinion. The highest I can give it is C tier, but I think this is really where it belongs. In 210th place, we have Matrix. There you go. This level, comparatively to its main level, it uses a reuse soundtrack, which I'm fine if levels do that. However, I don't really like this one. Like, the Sea and SeaWorld, they do the exact same thing, but I actually like both of them. This one I don't. It also has mystery boxes, cool, but I actually like them significantly less than cubes. And I don't know. I guess the thing carrying here is I really do like this yellow theme a lot more than Cube's gray theme. But I don't know. I feel like this is the highest I can put it here. And in 209th place, we have a level that I definitely think I won't have to defend. I don't really see many people defending this level, and that's totally fine. Gemini. Originally called Luigi's Cool Pants, if anyone was wondering. Yeah, this level is a mini level. It is certainly one of the levels of all time. Who else forgot this level existed? Come on, raise your hand. Like, come on. Who actually remembers that this level exists? I don't. Like, I have nothing to say about this level. It's just really boring. No, I guess the only thing saving it is the like Alan Walker cameos. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this one because I really don't know what else to say here. In 208th place, we have the 2019 level. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Digital Matrix. I put these in release order on purpose, guys. There we go. And so Digital Matrix, similarly to Microchip and Matrix, probably. Microchip and this level suffer from the theme being so generic. And this level doesn't have nearly as iconic of a soundtrack, so why is it higher than Microchip, you ask? I think the route is a lot better. However, the genericness of the theme and the third crown thing and all of that, I really can't justify putting it any higher than this. And at 207th place, we have another 2019 level that is pretty formidable one. I don't see many people defending this one. Birthday Party. Sure, we have that faded cameo. We have all the cameos. This level did do a pretty good job comparatively to Happy Birthday and Anniversary with actually providing theme cameos and soundtrack references. But I'm not like a fan of the I don't know. There's random things in every like routing section that I'm just not a fan of. It's a bunch of like cumulative route stuff. Also, I think it's just one of the most forgettable levels to ever exist. I don't know why this level was never hyped up. I feel like nobody ever cared about it. At least with Anniversary, I feel like it had its like supporters, but I don't see anyone supporting Birthday Party. So I don't know. In 206th place and 205th place, well, 206th place first, we have Hoop Dream, which is here. And in 205th place, we have Tsunami, sorry. Not Sweet Paradise, don't know where I got that from. Where are you, Tsunami? There you are. Both of these levels suffer from being just really easy. Okay, what's going on here? Like, there we go. There's so many levels here, guys. Sorry, it's lagging a bit. Yeah, both these levels suffer from being too easy and too short, and they're just easy 1 stars. And actually, similarly, in 204th place, we have Sweet Paradise, which it suffers from the exact same things that I just mentioned. And I'm actually going to move Eclipse up because in 203rd place, we have Eclipse. Eclipse is another fan-made level that I think is really brought down by its genericness. It is very generic. It just uses the morning dawn, sunset glow, the breezy summer, the frozen winter, and all of those obstacles. The fact that I can name all of those levels that use those obstacles shows how generic a theme it is. Now you might be thinking, well, casual, the frozen winter and breezy summer use those obstacles later, and yes, they do, but I think they use them better. So Eclipse, 203rd place, I think is very fitting here. Okay, can we stop bringing 2024 and 2023 levels down here? Because now I have to grab in 202nd place Revival. I think it's common knowledge of the game that Revival is not really a well-received level across the community. It's supposed to be the easy version of Nirvana. However, easy, it is not. This level is essentially a 4-star, and even after they readjusted the 3-star list and 4-star list, This level still somehow managed to be the hardest 3-star in the game. This should be a 4-star. I don't know how Storms in Love is harder than this. Quite frankly, I think that's stupid. So, it's a difficulty thing. The 10th and 9th mystery box are actually insane for an easy version of a level. It shouldn't have mystery boxes at all. The reason Storms and Loves ranks above it is because it uses crowns and not mystery boxes, which is objectively an easier version of a level. So, yeah, 202nd place. In 201st place, we have another 2018 level with Football Field. Football Field suffers from it, say it with me, guys, being way too short. It is tied with Clown Park and Tsunami, which we've already seen, for being the shortest level in the game. World Cup, I think, is actually quite a bit better than Football Field. So I wish we could see more of this level, honestly. The route was just fine. I just think it needs to be extended because, quite frankly, it's just like too. I don't even know. It's just too boring being so short. I don't know. I wish I just see more of it. Kicking off our top 200, though, we have a fairly old level. In my opinion, this should still be a 5-star. Don't know why this moved to a 4-star. Reggae. Oh, okay. I did not put it there. I definitely know where I'm putting it. That tier, just so you guys know, is for the beta levels. I'm not ranking them. Yeah, Reggae is similar to Microchips. One of the levels of all time. Once again, who forgot this level existed? I did. Don't lie, guys. I have nothing to talk about here. The route is meh. The theme is meh. The soundtrack's meh. It's all just meh. Like, I don't know. And that's the thing holding it back from being a lot higher. We're about to get to the C tier. I think the thing keeping it from the C tier is that it's just so forgettable, and I never want to come back to it for that reason. In 199th place, we have one of the OG co-creation levels. In fact, co-creation level 3. Jungle Expedition. Alright. This level has some routing issues, and that is my main gripe with it. If you want to see this level's bonus, similar to a lot of levels down here, wait till the end of the video. As for this one, if it's for this level itself, yeah, I mean, it's just the routing that I got a few gripes with. And, I mean, like, the soundtrack is meh. And the obstacles are pretty cool, I will say. I do like the theming. It's still pretty, like, different from anything else that we have in the game. But I can't get over the routing issues that this level has. In 198th place, I know someone is gonna disagree with me in the comments somewhere because I just saw someone rank it as their favorite level of 2018. Laser. To be fair, they did know that was a controversial pick. Laser it's a level, all right. This is also one of those boring levels that's very forgettable. And sure, it is the bonus to an Alan Walker level. It doesn't use any Alan Walker themes or any cameos like that, which is why it's still in the game, obviously. But yeah, I don't know how I could rank this higher. It has like no appeal to me, but it also doesn't have any like thing that turns me off. In 197th place, we have a level that has actually risen quite a bit since I last ranked anything, and that is Eternal Journey. You might be thinking, well, Casual, how's it risen? I was like, this used to be the bottom of D tier. So this rose quite a bit, I would say. And the reason it's so low is because I feel like it doesn't use. This level does actually, unlike Love E and Storms in Love, this level does use cameos, thank God, and it does have a soundtrack cameo, but I just don't like how they routed everything still. I don't like the slime mechanic. I didn't mention this with Love E, and actually, I'll just say this right now. In 196th place, the highest level in D tier, it's Storms and Loves. So now we have the full set of all the 8th anniversary levels. what all of them have is this slime mechanic, and I honestly hate that mechanic. It's actually one of my least favorite mechanics in the game. So, yeah, these two levels both have it, but they use it significantly less than Lovey, which is great. And, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they kind of suffer from all the same things. All right. Now we have the C tier. These levels are the most, like, wow, that sure is a level in the game. So obviously, kicking off this one, we have to start it with, okay, why did it scroll? We have to start it with Desert, the 4th level in the game. And wow, I'm sorry, this is lagging so much, guys. This level is a level. Of the big 14, or of like the OG 14, I think this is probably the most forgettable level of the 14. If you're counting bonuses, the big 16, I think Monody would be that, because nobody remembers that Monody was a 2016 level technically. Yeah, wow, this level's so like meh that I started talking about another level. So moving on, in 194th place we have Morning Dawn. This level is also just comparatively to Sunset Glow a lot worse. I did have this level in the D tier for a while, but I realized I don't think D tier is suitable for this because it doesn't really have a flaw. It's just like, oh wow, yeah, that level exists. Wow, yeah, I forgot about that. It's more like that. So yeah, I've pretty much explained this, though it's literally taking me longer to put them on the tier list. So in 193rd place we have the 3rd bonus in the game, the first to introduce mystery boxes, Candy. Candy, it has an iconic soundtrack, I would say. It's pretty iconic. It hold on. It has there we go. It has a pretty iconic soundtrack made by Tobu, which it's a pretty well-known song anyway. And I don't know how well like this level is around the community. It's just kind of boring to me. This was the first level I ever perfected with mystery boxes because I was preparing myself for what's to come. Obviously, this level has the easiest mystery box routes, so I thought, oh yeah, I'm just gonna try this. It took me a while, but I got it. And people say it's like the bonus to Tetris or something. I don't know. I don't really agree. It has its own bonus. But yeah, that's gonna go in C tier because I don't know what else to say here. In 192nd place, this is a level that I do actually have a gripe with, rather than it being forgettable. Horizon Cruise. Some people are definitely gonna go after me for putting this level so low, but I feel like with this level, as time goes by, this level gets worse for a lot of people. So I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about this level, but you have to remember, this was at the time, I believe, the 7th level that had to do with space, which is actually insane. Like, at this point, we have probably around, I think, 11 levels that cover space, and this is the worst one by far. It's just like the route for me, the mystery boxes. I mean, sure, this was the reintroduction of mystery boxes with Minimax, but I'm just not a fan of how they did anything here, and it's just the routing gripe for me. Also a theming gripe too. You might be thinking, well, Casual, why are the bonuses going to be close? And to that I answer, no. In fact, one of them is in my top 10. Up next, in 191st place, we have Ghost Dance. Another one of the big 14. We've kind of actually already gotten rid of a lot of the big 14. This level suffers from being just a little generic, I would say. It's a generic Halloween level. It has a great F777 soundtrack. In fact, it was the introduction of those kind of soundtracks into the game. And while it does that quite well, I think it definitely could have done it better. I don't know. It's a routing thing. The C tier levels, I really don't have a lot to talk about with them because they're all just like. In 190th place, we have, where is it? The 4th anniversary. It's not the worst level in the game, guys. Just gotta move it. This level, for anniversary standard, it's actually one of the better 6 stars. I'm pretty sure I have a 6 star in every single tier, so I think this is the lone C tier representative. And I think it does a pretty okay job, actually. It has enough theme cameos. It has the entire song is literally a neon cameo, and the end of it is a faster cameo, which is pretty cool. It definitely brings the intensity, but I think where it's lacking is just like some of its routing is like to me. The moving tiles off to the diagonal to the side thing I've never really been a fan of that. I don't know. I don't really like that. But I mean, it's just kind of like the middle of the road level. It's just there. So it's going in C tier. In 189th place, 188th place, and 187th place, these levels all have something in common. We have Skeleton Party in 189th place, Starfield in 188th place, and Jack-O-Lantern in 187th place. Starting with Skeleton Party, it has an iconic song. I will give it that. The song is quite iconic. You hear it in a bunch of different ads, like Bricks and Balls, if you know the reference there. And overall, I think the routing is just probably the most boring of the 3. And the theming as well. This is the best, by the way, this is the best celebration level of 2018. I just want you guys to remember that. This is the best, and it's in 189th place. And then as for Starfield in 180th place, it's another just kind of boring 1 star that I feel like brings nothing to the table. And quite frankly, I don't know. It's there for sure. It's there all right. And then as for Jack-O-Lantern, Jack-O-Lantern is not Ignite. What the? Sorry. And there we go. Jack-O-Lantern, I was very excited for because it was a long soundtrack. So it was expected to be a decently long level. And it was. So I thought that was like, okay, it's going to be like a more difficult level because it's longer. But nope, it's a 1 star, meaning that's actually a really long, boring level, which is pretty annoying. In 186th place, we have Midnight Carnival. Midnight Carnival is one of those levels that it's like kind of fun to go back to, but like once you've gone back to it, you feel like you left satisfied. I don't know. It's fine. Like, I'm not a big fan. I don't know what to say about this level. It's one of the most like mid levels ever. It's got a mid route. I'm actually struggling to find things to say about these levels because they're all just so boring. I'm sorry, guys. We're almost done with this C tier. We're like halfway through it. Up next in 185th place, we have the second to last main level before the hiatus. I think you guys might know. Ghost Samurai. Don't like the name change, so from now on I'm just going to call it Ghost Warrior. I understand why they changed it, but just like Beat Party, I'm not calling it Rhythm Party. We're just going to call it by the OG name. And just like X, I'm never calling it that. It's going to be called Twitter. Yeah, so this level is probably the most boring of 2020. I will very much say that. We will see another 2020 level in this tier, but I feel like this is definitely the most boring one here. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a generic Japanese theme. We kind of already seen it before. Actually, no, I don't think we did. But like, I don't know. It's just like, eh. Uh, It's kind of boring. It's forgettable, like most of this tier. In fact, we're gonna speed through the rest of this tier really quickly, because a lot of these have the same qualities. In 184th place and 183rd place, we have Aurora Tour and then Snowy Night. Aurora Tour is the last level that I actually had access to, because for some reason, when Rolling Sky got kicked off of the Google Play Store, it left me in that update instead of the Delicacy Temptation update like most people were stuck in, so I don't know how that one happened. So that was the title screen music that I had to listen to for like, when did I get the APK? Like probably like 3 years. Similar to Monster City. That gets annoying. So I cannot stand Aurora Tour's music at this point. Sorry for any Aurora Tour lovers. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't find my mouse. There's my mouse. There it is. Hi, mouse. Wow. It cannot handle this many images, can it? Yeah, sorry if you could hear stuff in the background. That is my computer literally working overload to do this. I need a new computer, guys. Oh, wait. What just happened? Oh, what? Huh. Oh, okay. That just happened. There we go. Wow, this is lagging like crazy. Anyway, Snowy Night, the last level of 2023. It's a Christmas level of all time. It is boring in my opinion. I think the soundtrack is fine, but I feel like they definitely could have done something more Christmassy, and I'm really sad that this is the last Christmas level that we really have to go off of. Yeah. In 182nd place, we have Sunset Glow. On 181st place, we have Monster City. Sunset Glow is... Oh, I'm going to have to defend this placement because a lot of people are putting this in S tier. I think the reason that I'm putting it this low is because of its theming. I think this is a very generic theme. I feel like there was many better things that they could have done than a Sunset theme. And while the soundtrack is very iconic, I will admit, the routing kind of bores me at times. And this is a controversial pick, and I'm very aware of that. But, oh, there we go. Thank you. It's just kind of boring, and I feel like I can't defend putting it any higher. And then, like I said, in 181st place, we have Monster City. This level, similarly to Aurora Tour, was my title screen music for like 2 years. Yay. It was bad. I've gotten so tired of this level's music. Its route is one of the most forgettable of all times. This was the last level before the hiatus, so I guess that's kind of cool. It doesn't give it extra points. In fact, it might actually decrease its points. But, yeah, I don't know. In 180th place, we have kind of a wild card compared to what the rest of these levels in this tier are, so I don't know where to put it. So I'm just going to cover it individually. It is a 2023 level where I see it, but it's lagging so much. I'm sorry, guys. This is actually insane. Okay. It's Falling Blossoms. Falling Blossoms is... It's a bonus. It's a bonus, all right. It's a bonus. It's a bonus I don't know what to say about. Like, legitimately, so... Just... Yeah, but I will say the soundtrack is actually pretty good. I'm a fan of the soundtrack. It's quite good. And yeah, that's Falling Blossoms. I just need to place it on this actual tier list so that I can actually get this done. If the second half of this video, guys, is like me playing the levels, that's because the tier list just stopped working entirely. Don't get mad at me if you like gameplay. This might just be the first half of the video. And in 179th place, 178th place. Yeah, 179th place we have Firefly Valley, and 178th place we have Sugarfall. So Firefly Valley is... actually, both of these co-creation levels, I think, are some of the most boring co-creation bonuses I think I've ever seen. They both just... oops, sorry, that's Halloween. They both don't do anything special. They both just kind of exist. And as for Sugarfall especially, I feel like the soundtrack is just a boring excuse to reuse the soundtrack of Fruity Paradise for no reason. So yeah, it's gonna go there. In 177th place we have Stars A, which I say Stars A because you might be thinking, casual, what's Stars B? Well, I don't even know what Stars B is yet. But, well, actually I do. I've seen a video of actually what it is. So, Stars B will be coming later. I won't actually put it on the tier list because I don't have an image for that yet. As of filming, this is being filmed on March 4th, 2026. It's probably 2 days before the update. But I will be ranking that one just a lot higher. Stars A, boring, blah blah blah. Yeah, you've heard it all before. Similarly, VFN, or Virtual Futuristic Network, I will be calling it VFN for the rest of this time, because I do not want to say Virtual Futuristic Network all those times. The name is more interesting than most of the level. It's just a boring tech-themed level. I really have nothing to say about this. And next up we have Christmas, the next one of the big 14 to take a hit. For being the original Christmas level, I will say it actually does set a good standard. But I think that there are just so many levels better than it, especially other Christmas levels. However, it does beat its own bonus, and it beats the two 2018 Christmas levels. Now that's really a flex, because it's really easy to beat those. In 174th place and 173rd place, I have two controversial co-creation picks that a lot of people would probably put a lot higher than I did. So, in 174th place, we have Bouncing City, and in 175th place, or 173rd place, we have City of Tomorrow. Starting off with Bouncing City, I have personally never been a fan of pretty much everything that goes on in this level. The soundtrack is just okay, and the routing is fine. I do like the gimmick of jump pads, but I feel like we've also had this high-tech kind of theme before, and I don't really understand why it had to come back here. Similarly, City of Tomorrow, I think, has also just a horrible soundtrack. It's one of the bottom 10 soundtracks. And a lot of people will disagree with me on this. Like, people will definitely be talking about it in the comments, like, oh, okay, well, I love this level, and quite frankly, I don't care. But you can like it, but I hate it. I don't hate it, but because the route is pretty good, I will say. But the soundtrack being horrible is enough to just leave it down here. And in 172nd place, I probably could have covered this with the other two, because I didn't even realize this was next. Lab Confidential. This is often referred to as one of the best levels of all time, but I just don't get the vision. I'm sorry. It's got some interesting routing. It's a little too challenging in my opinion. They took out mechanics pre-release that definitely would have benefited the level in my opinion. It's another just generic high-tech theme, especially when we have two levels that we will see later that do this level's theme better that are also co-creation levels. So, yeah, I think C2 is going to work here. Kepler's Dream is kind of in the middle of this co-creation fiasco because there's a co-creation. It's literally sandwiched in between two co-creations. Kepler's Dreams, similar to Stars, is just boring. The theme has been done before at this point. This level set definitely did this theme the most generically. I don't think anything was different from this level in Deep Space, really. I see no need for them to make a level like this. And yeah. Up next we have Disco Tempo in 170th place, and Monster Chorus in 169th place. I'm going to put these two together because these are very miscellaneous picks that just kind of don't make sense anywhere else. So Disco Tempo I find very annoying to do on a rebeat, and quite frankly, it just makes me not want to play it that much. Um, it's really boring. It's just I don't know. The soundtrack's cool. I do like that they rickroll us. I think the soundtrack is definitely a carry factor at that level, but yeah, I don't know. And as for Monster Chorus, it is a 2019 Halloween level, and I think 2019 did a pretty decent job with their special levels. I mean, Aurora Tour is the lowest one, but they have an S tier level. They have two S tier levels actually. Um, and so I just think this one is just forgettable. I don't know. It has a good soundtrack. The route is okay, but the theming is just for me. And ending off our C tier, we have Mecha in 168th place, Flower Dance in 167th place, and Cthulhu in 166th place. You might be wondering, Casual, why are you grouping these levels together? Of all levels you could group together, why are Mecha, Flower Dance, and Cthulhu grouped together? And as for Cthulhu, I don't really know why I grouped that together. But Mecha and Flower Dance were 2023 levels that released together, so I feel like that was fair. As for why Mecha is the worst out of these, it's because Mecha, I feel, is often the most boring of the three. It also just has that high-tech theme that we see a lot of. This one did focus on robots, though, so it does get a little boost from me because of that. However, I don't think I can give this level anything higher than C tier here because it's forgettable and bland. And as for Flower Dance is fine, quite frankly. I mean, it has a unique theme, I will say. It does the samurai, it does a Japanese theme, sure, that's been done before at this point because Ghost Samurai exists, or Ghost Warrior. But it's just kind of, once again, just like there. I forget it exists. It has a good soundtrack, though, I will say. And it introduced a skin, which is the first skin in a long time. And Cthulhu, in my recent change, I said I was going to move it up to B tier, but I lied. It just moves to the top of C tier. The only reason it's there is because it's actually a 5-star now, or it will be in the next update. It is currently rated as 1 at this point. So I assume they'd move it up in the next update. And why I hate it, the mystery boxes absolutely suck ass, and the routes just in general are not there for me. And yeah, I mean, and like the obstacle design is like fine, but I think that his bonus level just does it much better. But kicking off the B tier, we have they're getting better. They've almost got there. They've got a lot of there's good things about them. Now, kicking us off in the B tier, we have in 165th place, we have Robotoy, and on 164th place, we have Robotoy Error. You don't know what Robotoy Error is? I don't have a picture of it. It is the April Fool's Day version of this level, and I think of all the 5 April Fool's Day levels, I think this one gets forgotten the most. But the soundtrack to Robotoy Error is actually pretty good. I don't think it's enough to boost it significantly. In fact, all 5 of the levels that have an error level, there's only one that is not consecutively above or below it on this tier list. However, this one and the next one, literally it will be the next placement, I think they benefit the level because these two levels are kind of on their own. As for Robotoy, I am pretty fine with the route is pretty fun, I'd say. And I think what draws me back is the design is just not for me. I've never been a fan. And the soundtrack is just okay, I guess. I've never also been a fan of that, which is why I think I like the Error one a little more. Similarly, in 163rd place, we have another co-creation level, Parade Pageantry, and in 162nd place, we have Parade Pageantry Error. This level I was very excited for upon release because I was very excited for this level as a co-creation level. The concepts were very good. I love that there was a third theme, which they didn't include. They scrapped it. The some of the obstacle and mechanics that they had, they scrapped it or just didn't use it in this level, which is why Masked Ball is infinitely better because they actually used all the obstacles. And the soundtrack just wasn't there for me, which is also just a reason why I think the Error one was a lot funnier. Obviously, a lot of people aren't even including Error ones in their tier list, which I totally understand that. Um, I don't even have pictures for it, but there were pictures on the tier list at one point, which is why I'm including them. And I think they like change enough to the point where I think it's fair. But in 161st place, this level will like probably always be next to Parade Pageantry. I feel like there's so many similarities between this level and Parade Pageantry, but it's Observatory. Oh, don't lag on me again. Observatory is it suffers from literally the exact same thing. Everything that I just said applies to Observatory as well, except for the fact it didn't have a third theme. But it did have unique mechanics that I was very excited for. It had like oh my god, I'm blinking. It had certain like obstacle things that just weren't used, and either I don't even remember if it was in Observatory or Crescent Moonbeam. There was a theme change that was supposed to happen that didn't happen. So yeah, I don't know. Suffers from pretty much the exact same things. In 160th place, we have a level that doesn't really fit in the spot. I will very much admit that. Delicacy Temptation. Delicacy Temptation is an interesting level because I had it in C tier, but then I realized it's actually not as bad as I had it. I love the food theme, something that we have literally never seen since, unless you count like Fruity Paradise and all that. But like this is just like all food, specifically sweets or carbs, and I think that's a really interesting idea to do with a level. I really love the concept. The concept is really on point. I think the route is kind of something that holds it back because I think it's just kind of like okay, and same thing with the soundtrack. But like the concept is definitely there for me. I think that's what carries it so high here. And now in 159th place and 158th place, I'll cover them because they came out in the same update, even though they have nothing to do with each other. As you can see, they're right next to each other on the tier list. We have in 159th place Mutation Crisis, and in 158th place Dinosaur Valley. You can argue that these levels didn't come out in the same update because technically they were like a week apart, but shush, because I don't care. Mutation Crisis does everything Lab Confidential does, just a little bit better. I think the soundtrack is better, quite frankly, and that's going to be controversial, but it's a Zoftel song. I love it. We will see a level in S tier carried purely by the fact that it's a Zoftel song. So I feel like that's a fair thing. And then Dinosaur Valley is also just a very unique concept. We've never seen anything like it before. The soundtrack is banger. I think what loses it for me, though, is the actual textures of the level. I mean, it got a retexture, which is great, but even the retexture just feels a little off to me, and sometimes the routing just feels like it's trying to do too much with all the mechanics that it brings back. In 157th place, we have one of the most forgettable levels of 2025, and that says a lot because a lot of the levels in 2025 were unforgettable, I would say. We have Toy Blocks. Toy Blocks, in my opinion, is the most forgettable level of 2025. I often forget it exists, and I don't come back to it. The only reason I do remember it exists is because I remember its bonus, which is one of the most unforgettable of the year. So, quite frankly, it's gonna just go right here because I can't think of a spot that's gonna. Yeah, I don't know. This is the spot that I think fits it. In 156th place, we have one of the first levels ever added into the game, the second level ever added in an update, SciTech. Some people will say it's too low. Oh yeah, sorry, you guys just got SciTech jump scared. But this is the original like high tech kind of theme. It literally has high tech in the name. Well, kind of. It has SciTech. It has tech in the name. And it does it okay. I think there's definitely better high-tech levels. You will see them in the S tier. In fact, I think one's probably even in my top 10. it's just okay, quite frankly. I think it's definitely been power corrupt. In 155th place, we have load World Cup. This level used to be the hardest 5-star for so long. It got dethroned a while ago, yeah, but it's pretty crazy. This level has a lot of diagonal tiles, it's actually really good if you want to learn diagonal tiles. I think the route is fine, actually. It's a good challenge for players that want a challenge. And it does have a gimmick, which I'm totally fine with. This is the diagonal tile level. I still remember it as that. I like the football theme. The thing for me is, like, the soundtrack is just okay. That's going to be controversial, but, like, I could see this moving up into A tier, maybe even S tier after time, but as of right now, I think B tier is where it stands for me. In 154th place, we have Beach Party Rock, and in 153rd place, we have Twilight Karst Cave. These are two co-creation levels that I think suffer from the exact same thing, in which they are both just very forgettable. Beach Party Rock, the soundtrack is just fine. It's fine to fitting end. It's kind of a fitting end to Co-Creation Season 1. I don't know. It's just kind of eh. Twilight Karst Cave, I have issues with its route, for sure. Soundtrack as well. It could definitely be C tier, but I think this is where I'm going to put it for now. In 152nd place, we have Fairy Tail. This level it has a place in my heart for being the first ever level with crowns that I ever perfected. It has a place in my heart for that. And I do think it's actually pretty good level design-wise. I just think that it's a little too easy, and that's the thing holding it back from being anywhere higher than this. Similarly, the level that comes right after it on the tier list, where are you? You're 2024. Heartbreak suffers from the same exact thing. Psychedelic Music is in 150th place here, wherever you are. And this level is here for having a pretty energetic theme and something that we really hadn't seen before as well. The thing holding it back is certainly the like gameplay, I think. In terms of like this level set, its bonus definitely does stuff a lot better. We'll be seeing that one a lot later on this list. However, I do think that it's a very iconic pick, and I can't put it anywhere below B tier ever. In 149th place, we have one of our few 2020 levels to appear, Mechanical Power. Mechanical Power is a level that a lot of people see put in A tier, maybe even S tier, and I've personally just never been a fan of the soundtrack. Like, the soundtrack has always just been, like, weird to me. It's by far my least favorite soundtrack of 2020. Ghost Samurai being a close second. Well, not even a close second, I'd say. And I don't know, I just can't get past that. I mean, route-wise, it's actually pretty good. The orange theme is okay as well, which is also another reason that's here, but yeah. In 148th place, a level that lowered in the tier list because I don't think the increase in difficulty, or the decrease in difficulty was necessary. Relics. Now, I do think that Relics is a 4-star. Don't get me wrong. I very much agree that it is a 4-star, and I think it should be a 4-star. However, it being as low as a 4-star as it is, I disagree with. This was the first 5-star level that I ever beat with crowns, which I guess technically it's not, but because it's a 4-star now. It was a 5-star at the time, so it also holds a special place in my heart. It's ironic that Fairy Tail and Relics also have some place in my heart because of perfecting them. Love the soundtrack. The idea is definitely there. It was the first ever like fairy tale thing that we ever had. Similar to Magic House, I'd say, probably the most, or The Wizard of Oz, one of those. However, I'm more of a fan of the pink theme, not the gray theme, and also I think the route could use some minor improvements, but still. In 147th place, we have Otherworld, a level that probably should have been a 1-star, but I'm glad that it ended up being a 3-star. It's very short, I was saying, I think it suffers from being that short. Also, I don't understand what theme is actually what levels. This level starts in the other theme, and I don't like it when levels do that. Its main level does the exact same thing, and it is also in the B tier. I won't tell you where, but it's also not for that reason solely. Um, I think that the third crown could definitely use some work in this level, and yeah, sorry. There you go. In 146th place, we have Halloween, another one of the big 14 levels. This level is the iconic Halloween level. It has that iconic bass or beat drop at around 30%, and it's just really fun for that. I could never beat this level when it first came out. Like, I was a noob. Look, I could never get past like 3%, which is kind of funny. Um, I love the gray theme. I personally think that this level does it better than its bonus, which is crazy because I generally think that Minimax is okay with releasing their bonuses like Martial World, which we haven't even seen yet, and Kung Fu is D tier, so you already know that one's better. And that's just an example. Like Venus does it as well. So yeah, I think this is a pretty solid level. The only thing, it's just generic, I'd say, because it's the first Halloween level. It kind of set the stage for what was to come. In 145th place, we have a level that I feel like a lot of people will disagree with me on, but I've just never been a fan of it. Enchanted Lamp. This level is like fine. It's forgettable. In my eyes, it's forgettable. This is nothing against the Muslim religion. In fact, I think it's very interesting what they practice. I'm friends with a lot of Muslims. But I just think its bonus level does it better. And that's something that a lot of people don't say. I think a lot of people think that Ginny is worse. I think Ginny is better. This little soundtrack is fine. It's just fine. It introduced the basement mechanic, which is fine. It's pretty cool, but I think other levels use it better. I mean, this was the introduction, so I guess that's fair. And the theme to me is kind of forgettable. I just prefer the blue theme. Everything that this level has, its bonus just does it better, and that's why it's here, honestly. In 144th place, we have Dynamic Cube. This level often gets slept on, I think. It's actually really good. I always have liked this level. It's very glitchy in the beginning, which is always super fun. And the mechanic that it introduced, the jumping lock thing, I don't know what to call it, is also used in a very fun way. I very much enjoy it. And this is just a very fun little level. Same thing can go for in 143rd place, Mysterious Trail, which is the long-awaited bonus of E-Labyrinth and kind of the start of this trend of getting not only like tertiary bonuses, but also just bonuses of levels that didn't have one for a while. In fact, we're about to get one, I'm assuming, very soon. Not that that's confirmed. Don't take that from me as like a confirmation. Mysterious Trail, I think I put it too high and then I put it too low, and I think this is a good middle ground. Well, it is a 2-star or a 3. I guess it's a 3-star now, yeah. But it's kind of boring, I will say, for being as long of a level it is. I do wish it was kind of as hard as E-Labyrinth was, like living up to that standard. I would have even been fine if it was a punishment bonus, because it definitely would have gone along with the E-Labyrinth kind of theme, where it's just a really hard level. But you know, it's fine. It's fine what happened. And I'm actually very like okay with how it went, and I'm totally fine with the level. In 142nd place, we have Cave, the first fan-made level ever introduced into the game. And I actually had no idea what this was, because during this update, I only had the option of the Chinese language. So I didn't even know it was a fan-made until the next update. And for being the first fan-made, I think it actually does stuff quite well. It's high B tier, if you guys... Actually, no, it's more mid B tier. It's like mid to high B tier. And the reason it's not higher, I'd say, is because I think that it could have done more as a fan made. I don't know. It's just kind of generic to me. I know Cave has defenders, people saying it's S tier, and I can understand the S tier argument. This level's just not for me. In 141st place is a level that I think people hate on for like no reason at all, and it's actually confusing to me why people hate on this level. Volcano. I don't know why people are putting this in F tier. Like, I legitimately cannot understand what this level does wrong. I mean, sure, it's one of the first 5 levels in the game. It's gonna be basic. And, I mean, sure, that does count against it here, yeah. I never really found it bad. In fact, it was A tier at a point. I loved, like, the ominous red theme that it has. It actually seems very cool. And sure, the song is, like, one of the shortest in the game. It actually repeats mid-level, if you guys didn't know. I still find it fine. So if you have this in F tier, please explain to me why, because I legitimately just don't know why. Why do you have it there? In 140th place, we have Nick Kingdom, a level that I very much, I'd say, underestimated when it first released, and then I overestimated it. And once again, this is just a perfect place for it. The third crown, let's just talk about that really quickly. One of the worst crowns in the game, definitely keeping it out of S tier in my opinion. The reason it's not A tier is because I think there's just other like miscellaneous things in there. Like just it's mostly routing issues. I love the theme. The theme here is never been done before. It's amazing. The soundtrack is really good. By no means is it even like top 50 because that's just how many good soundtracks there are in the game, but it's probably top 75. And that's just because there's good soundtracks. I mean, this is a good soundtrack too. In 139th place, we have the Brazil Carnival. Where are you? There you are. This level kind of just doesn't work without animated themes. I was very excited for this level upon release, and I did initially put it in S tier. However, this level is just so short and so forgettable that I think this is a good place for it. The soundtrack was something that I was very excited for. This is definitely one of my favorite soundtracks of 2024 to this day. I just think the level's too short for it to do anything. Although I do like how it introduced a skin, and I do think that actually pushes it above levels like Cave. In 138th place and 137th place, these have nothing to do with each other, but I just kind of want to cover them at once. In 138th place, we have Street Basketball. Where are you? There you are. And in 137th place, we have the Frozen Winter. These levels have nothing to do with each other, but I feel like they're always next to each other on tier lists. So as for Street Basketball, very solid level, much better than the basketball, which I don't want a weekly match to destroy this level because it's actually pretty good. I've always been an avid basketball fan, definitely my favorite sport. So I really like what they did here. Compared to Hoop Dream as well, I think they did a great job here. Sure, it only changes themes once, but I feel like it really doesn't need to because it sets an atmosphere that's really cool, and the soundtrack also just carries it very hard. As for the Frozen Winter, it's actually a pretty solid fan-made. It's one of the only two fan-made bonuses. The other one we'll see much later. Actually, not too much later. But it actually uses the Sunset Glow obstacles quite well, I'd say. And the soundtrack's pretty good. It's just kind of generic level, so it's going to be here. But still, by no means is it bad. And speaking of winter, in 136th place, we have VR Fairyland. That doesn't matter. In 135th place, we have the winter. So starting off with 136th place, we have the VR Fairyland, like I said. And this one's actually a pretty solid level. I love the soundtrack. The theming is sure kind of generic, but it's also like VR, which we really hadn't seen before, so I will give it some points there. What really hurts it for me, I think, is the tilting. The screen tilting can be very annoying at times, especially with stuff like the second gem, which I'm just not a fan of at all. And the winter is actually pretty high here. It's one of my favorite Christmas levels because it actually does something original with its soundtrack. Sure, it is a 1-star, but I actually find this to be a fun 1-star to actually come back to, unlike a lot of other 1-stars. It's among one of the highest for that reason. And in 134th place, we have the Day of the Dead. Where are you? Okay. And while we cover this one, I feel like this level is kind of similar. In 133rd place, we have Egypt. The Day of the Dead was a level I was very much looking forward to when it came out, and it was initially S tier. Like most of these levels were, actually. A lot of these were originally S tier, like low S tier. It's fallen down quite a bit because, like I said with Otherworld, I don't know why it uses the other theme and then starts with another one. It's weird. I really love the obstacles, and I really love that we're like talking about other people's cultures. It's actually very cool. I'm not one that celebrates this, so I don't really know if any of this is like correct, but it's pretty cool, and it has a great soundtrack. I think it's just very forgettable in the routing department, and the third crown is like to me. And Egypt, kind of the same thing. Other cultures introduced the Scarab, which is by far my second favorite skin because it has the flying effect. It also introduced those pads that like creates the routes when you touch them, which is pretty cool as well. In 132nd place, just like Egypt, I guess it's very similar, we have Starlight Desert, the Co-Creation 20. This level is also just very forgettable, but it does have some funky music. And, yeah, I don't have much more to say about it. It's one of the most average levels in the game. And, yeah, I don't know. Quite frankly, yeah. In 131st place, oh boy, here we go. Fireworks. definitely shouldn't have been in my top 15 soundtracks. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this level. It's short, it's kind of forgettable, but I do think it's pretty fun to come back to. In all honesty, it's beaten almost half of the levels. We're almost halfway. And in 130th place, we have Workshop. Workshop. Where are you? You're going to be really far down. Or, as other people will call it, Hub 2.0. Because it kind of is. It's Hub 2.0-ish. It's got the soundtrack for it. This level is the second hardest 1-star, and I find it kind of fun to play. It's just still a 1-star at the end of the day, and it also has one of the most generic themes I think I've ever seen in a level. In 129th place, we have Fruity Paradise, which is a level that I severely overestimated when it first released. I actually like this level quite a bit when it released, and looking at it now, I was naive. I am just not a fan of some of the routing choices that this level makes. In fact, I'm a little disappointed. I can't pinpoint exactly what they are, but I'm thinking of some of the routes right now, especially some of the crown routes, and I'm just I don't know. But I do love the concept. The concept is there. The soundtrack is there. I'm not docking the soundtrack, unlike Sugarfall, because Sugarfall basically just reused it and did nothing special. And in 128th place, we have Canyon Encounters, which was the send-off level of 2024. Now a 3-star. It's pretty fun to come back to. It's essentially like Monster City 2.0, except it's a much better version. I love how cute the creatures are, the little weird creatures. It's a fun gimmick to a level, and I do enjoy coming back to this one. What's holding it back, though, is that it is a very forgettable level, and I think it's just a very generic routing, a very generic routing style. And the soundtrack is just okay. And under the 27th place, we have a level that I know for a fact will be so controversially placed. In 127th place, we have Meow Meow. Yeah, this is going to be a controversial one. Meow Meow is... It's just... to me. I moved it to high B tier to appease some of you guys. But... I mean, I've just not been a fan. I even replayed it before this video to make sure I felt good about my decision. I do. I just think the soundtrack is mid, quite frankly. And the route is, while, yes, pretty fun, I don't like how they use random jump pads, I will say. And I don't really find this as cute as a lot of people do. I'm sorry. The concept is cool, I guess, but I just prefer the bonus because I think the bonus actually makes it cute. And in 126th place, we have Venus. Tertiary bonus for Lost City and Alone 2, which, if you guys can't see, is the worst level in the game. So this level obviously does something better. And that is having an amazing soundtrack by Samzing, also using the pink theme, which is by far the best theme in my opinion. And while it is a 1-star, I think it actually is probably the most memorable of the 3 levels in my opinion. In 125th place, we have a co-creation level I bet a lot of you guys forgot existed. You want to just guess? It's Celestial Vault. This level is one of the most forgettable levels of all time. It has a fun soundtrack, I will admit, nice soundtrack, and I like its use of the power-ups. However, I think it's just very, very, very forgettable, and that also just makes it kind of boring in my opinion. It's also, say it with me, way too short. And I think it could have benefited from being just a little bit longer. In 124th place, we have another late 2025 level that Declan Hugo actually put in his absolute dog shit tier, which actually surprised me. Palace Ruins. Well, yes, I do think it did not hit my standard. In fact, it actually fell way below it. I voted for this level. If you guys didn't know, for Wasteland Wild Sands and Palace Ruins, you could vote as to which one would come to the game first, and this one won. It did come to the game first. I voted for it. And I actually like Wasteland Wild Sands more. So, yeah. This level fell below the standards. It's way too short. I really don't like the routing style. And while I can't agree with Declan Hugo on the fact that this is bad, I don't think it's absolute dog shit bad. Okay, kicking off the halfway mark. That all of the levels I just mentioned were the worst levels in the game. Starting off with 123rd place, Happy. These are the best, or among the best levels in the game, the better side of the levels. Why does Happy start this off? I don't know. We're almost done with the B tier. Like, we literally have one level left after this. So it just kind of happened like that. Happy is... It did not make me happy when I had to perfect it. If you guys didn't know, this is one of the hardest 5 stars in the game. And the slide mechanic I think is actually pretty cool. The reason that I don't have it in A tier is because I do think that it's just a little forgettable and the routing is a little generic, even for a hard 5 star. I don't think it's that bad. Ending off our B tier, this is by far my largest tier, unless you count my all my S tiers combined. In 122nd place, we have Musical Theater. I wanted to see if you guys could guess, but I don't know if you did. This level was in the A tier for a long time, but I feel like it's finally should be down to the A tier. This is a level that's just really annoying for me to rebeat. I hate having to rebeat this level because it's such a long freaking level. The only thing saving this from being a lot lower, I think, is the secret gem. I think is just so cool. It's the only level in the game to have this, as far as I know. And it's just really fun. It's fun to get the secret gem. But otherwise, and the concept is there, and the soundtrack is good. I just think the routing just holds it back so much. All right, but now I can move this tier back up, and now we have a more accurate tier list here. There we go. And now we're going to move the A tier down to make it a lot easier for me. This is fixing the lagging, guys. So we're just going to roll with it. So A tier levels. These levels are quite good. However, they're not S tier good. Kicking us off is a level I actually don't have an image for. Actually, there's 2 levels I don't have images for yet. At 121st place, we have Sugarfall Error. This is the one error level I was talking about that is actually significantly better than its original. This level initially has but with the soundtrack, it's so funny. Like, the soundtrack is absolutely hilarious, and it makes the level so much better. So that's why it's going here. And then at 120th place, I don't have an image for this level yet because it hasn't released. We have Stars B. Now, this level, I watched a video of it on YouTube, and it actually looks promising, I will say. This is all speculation. This is speculatory placement. I'm not entirely sure where it will actually fall once it's fully released. But, I mean, I did just watch a full video of it. So I think I'm pretty confident, but I haven't played it yet, so I'm not entirely sure. In 119th place, we have a level that frequently goes on plane rides across the entire tier list, and that is Poker. This level has gone from D tier to A tier to C tier to B tier to A tier to B tier to A tier. Did that make any sense to you? Probably not. This level goes everywhere on my tier list. And quite frankly, low A tier might not even be where it ends up in a year from now. This level has pretty fun routes, I'd say. And a somewhat unique theme, I'd say. Overall, it's got a pretty good soundtrack as well. I think sometimes the routes can be a little too challenging, though. And if The Wizard of Oz is a 6 star, how is this not? In 117th... or in 118th place, we have Varying Christmas. This level is one of the only 2 Christmas levels, we already covered one, the winter, to use a unique soundtrack that is not just a Jingle Bells remix. And it's still not the best Christmas level. It's the second best. This level uses a Deck the Halls remix, and I actually think it works very well. Not only that, the routing is cool, and you even get to use that special skin. I mean, granted, it does come back in Snowy Night, but this is the debut of it. And, yeah, quite frankly, I think it does the routing quite nicely. I just think it's kind of boring in some certain parts of the level, especially in the middle. But I think it's a solid A tier choice. I think I was underrating this level for years. In 117th place, we're knocking out all of the top 16, I guess. We're almost done with it. We have Deep Space. This was the second level to ever use the F777 soundtrack, and boy, did they cook with this one. It is a very, very fun level to play if you enjoy like jump pad spam or like just swiping really quickly. It's kind of exciting, exhilarating to me. It's a great level to like learn how the 2016 level. Like if you can complete this level, you can pretty much complete like all of the 2016 levels. Maybe except the E Labyrinth. Like it's a good level to practice if you want to beat those. I guess what's holding it back is that like I don't know. It's just like kind of just forgettable for me. Even though it is in the big 14, I don't come back to it often. However, when I do, I'm in for a good time. In 116th place, we have Monody. See, I told you we're knocking out the big 14. I mean, granted, this isn't technically a part of it, but it was one of the big 16. This level uses Monody by the Fat Rat, if that wasn't evident. And it's a great song. I love how they cut the parts of the song, because if you didn't know, Monody is like a 7-minute song, so they cut it quite well. And the forest part, the music sync is on point. I love it. I love how they did it. This was the first level to ever have crowns. A lot of people think it's Kung Fu, but they're actually wrong. It was this level. And I love how they introduce it. It's like the crowns are easy. The first crown we ever see, it isn't free, but it also isn't like a gem route either. It's not insanely hard. It's just kind of like a gem route, but a little harder. The second crown too. Now the third crown, they like show us, okay, third crowns are generally going to be your hardest crown, and I like how they did that. They did everything quite well. What's holding this back is it is just kind of a generically themed level. It doesn't really have a theme. It's just kind of supposed to be a soundtrack cameo, but still, it's iconic and I love it. In 115th place, we have a level that people are definitely going to disagree with me putting this high. Dino Disco. This is the 6th longest level in the game, I'm pretty sure. And I think it does great, quite frankly. I mean, well, yes, my only gripe with this level is that, yeah, it is a little too long. It honestly has an amazing soundtrack by F777. And for it having the most collectibles ever in the game, 28 gems and 10 mystery boxes, I think it just does everything well. And it needed that retexture. And my issue with it is still the texture, like I said with Dinosaur Valley. But it's not by any means as bad as a lot of people say it is. In 114th place, we have Cube, which was the hardest 5-star for a long time. This level has fun mystery boxes. The theming is pretty cool, I would say. And the soundtrack is just really good. It's just kind of average. It's not like exceptionally good, but it's just like pretty good. Yeah. In 113th place, we have Phantom Thief. Where are you? There you are. This level introduced a skin. Whoa, cool. It's actually a pretty cool skin. I like it. I'd say it's pretty fun. And, yeah, I don't have much to say about this level. I mean, it has an iconic third crown. It's just got quite a few good things about it. It's just not S tier because it was S tier for a while, but I feel like it's just kind of forgettable at this point, and it doesn't really do anything special. In 112th place is a level I'm going to have to... Actually, wait, no, let's just do these two at once. 3. In 112th place, we have Sewing Factory. In 111th place, we have Goblin Town. And in 110th place, we have Samba. These 3 levels are levels that I'm going to have to defend by placements. So let's start with 112th place Sewing Factory. A lot of people put this in F tier. I really don't even understand why. Same thing with Volcano. I really just don't understand why people are putting this in F tier. It has amazing routing. My only gripe with it is that it starts in the wrong theme. But like, quite frankly, I think the routing is fun. The soundtrack is on point. And I love the pink theme. Now, 111th place. Goblin Town. A lot of people hate this level saying it has bad routing, and well, yes, routing is definitely my griping with it. I think they actually did a great job with the soundtrack, and I just love the pink theme and how much they used it. And I honestly find the weird routing style just a lot of fun. This one I could understand if you hate it. I see the argument. I did for a while, but I actually really like the weird routing style after playing back to it. Now, Samba. I've seen so much hate for this level, and I legitimately just don't understand why. Like, yeah, it's a 2-star, but every single obstacle is floating. That's cool. I love the soundtrack. I just love everything about this level. Like, I actually don't understand why people are hating on this level. You know what? While we're at it, 109th place, the Shadow Warrior. Yeah, I don't see a lot of people saying that this level is bad, just kind of mid, whatever. I actually disagree. I think this level is quite fun to come back to and rebeat. Well, I did move this level down when it became a 2-star. I think it is very much a 3-star, not a 2-star. Um, I think it's fine. But anyway, well, we're talking about levels that I need to defend my placement for. The next 3 or 4, actually, I think I'm going to defend my placement. So actually, we're going to do like a speed round here because I have a lot of levels that I need to defend my placement for. In 108th place, we have Dazzle. In 107th place, we have Tropical Tides. In 106th place, we have Massive. And in 105th place, we have Industrial Base. These 4 levels are levels that I feel like I see a lot of hate for, so let's talk about them. Dazzle. Don't know why people put this in D tier. Quite frankly, the D for Dazzle should stand for the A for Dazzle, because it's A tier, not D tier. I love the soundtrack. I love the route. Honestly, I think it's really fun. Not as good as Neon, which we will be seeing much higher up. But still, just a pretty good bonus level, and 10 times better and faster. Now, Tropical Tides. While it is a very basic mini level, the soundtrack is so good. And when you're a 1-star level, I feel like the soundtrack is such a need to be a carry factor for you to be good. And it actually reminded me of like a 2016 level. And though it is a mini level, I do think it is probably among one of the best in the game. In fact, I would say it was the best in the game until Delight Tune came out. 106th place, Massive. I feel like I don't have to defend myself as much. But, I mean, it's the first level in the game, and I actually think it's a really good first level. This is the only level in the game that I think gets a pass for being the first level. And still, I think it's a fun one to come back to, actually. In 105th place, Industrial Base. I've seen people hate this, and I've seen people love it. So, like, I actually don't know what people legitimately think of this level. Like, there's so much hate for it, and also so much love for it. I've learned to kind of grow to like it. Well, the theme is generic, and that is holding it back, as well as like the soundtrack. I think the routing is actually really fun. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Industrial Base. While I'm here, I'm just going the levels from 2025 that are beta are getting to the top here, so I could finally put these in the I don't know tier. So we're gonna do that all right now. Up next, we have Fantastic Sweet House in 104th place. Aw, dang. It's lagging again, bro. So, this level I had in S tier for a while, and by no means is it a bad level. I just think I kind of got a little bored of it, but I do think that this level has really good obstacles and a really good theme. The dessert theme is something we haven't really seen a lot, and I just love levels a pink theme. They're all just very bright. And it's very nice. I mean, you could literally see we have Sewing Factory and Goblin Town right here, pink themes. And overall, soundtrack's also very fun, especially for a level with mystery boxes. In 103rd place, we have a 2024 level. Where are you? Oh, you're actually closer to the top than I thought. Rainbow Castle, which is ironically green, not rainbow. Alright, so this level was initially a lot lower, or a lot higher, because I think I just thought like, oh, the soundtrack's really good, routing is fun, but you know, I feel like A tier is more like accurate representation of where I actually feel about it. It's good, it's just like not S tier good. I personally find this level pretty fun to come back to, good soundtrack, pretty decent route. One of the most average A tier levels in the game, A for average, but above average, very much above average. In 102nd place, we have the first 2024 level, Tactic Core. Come on, you got this, buddy. While that loads. This level is... it's honestly a pretty fun soundtrack. The soundtrack is definitely the highlight of the level, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, I don't have much more to say about this level. It's just kind of a pretty fun level to say. Good route, good soundtrack. I love the music sync, I will say that. In 101st place, barely not making the top 100, we have Biology Lab. And a lot of people are like really a fan of this level, and that's actually very interesting to me. I did not think that people were going to like the level as much as they did, but yeah, the soundtrack is very fun, and I quite frankly like the route a lot. It's not as good as Nuclear Energy to me, but for two levels that came out in the same update, especially one with a soundtrack like this, which I'm not normally a fan of, I really do like everything about this level. Uh, I just think the theme is kind of generic. That's the only thing I don't like about this level. Same thing goes for Nuclear Energy, though I do think it is a little more interesting than the just generic high-tech themes. This one is a little different. I will give it that. Kicking off the top 100 is a level that a lot of people probably forget about. The Breezy Summer. This is the, probably in my opinion, the fan-made level that changed the most from its actual version. This is a professional block level. If you guys don't know, that's a fan-made game. But it is a completely different level, especially in terms of collectibles. The first crown is entirely different in this game, and I really like it. I love this level soundtrack. I love this level, most of this level's route. We'll talk about that in a second. And I think for the Sunset Glow themes, this is the level that uses it best in the entire game. Now, the 80% to the end route is absolute dog shit. Only thing keeping this out of S tier, in fact, the route sucks so badly that it's in kind of low A tier-ish. Yeah, this is low A tier. There's a lot of levels to come. And yeah, they can't save it from being there, but it's at least in the top 100. In 99th place, we have the newest level in the game, or one of the three, Forest B. Technically one of the oldest levels in the game, but it came back to the game recently. Yay. This is also sharing a spot with Forest V1. A lot of people have asked me the difference between Forest V1 and Forest B. Forest V1 is the one without crowns. It's actually the original version. The one that was there in the game in 2016. If you guys didn't know, Forest got updated in 2018 to have crowns. It's the only 2016 levels to have that. Still, this level's a fun one to come back to. It actually uses the actual forest theme twice, so good. That is the literal purpose of this level. And it just does everything a lot better. It's the OG route. It gives you a lot of nostalgia. Still, I don't think it's S tier, because it is a little basic. In 98th place, we have a co-creation level, one of the last of 2023, Harmonic Streets. Harmonic Streets is, it's short, and I think that does harm it. But I will say, I really do love the soundtrack. I don't really see any arguments as to why it would be awful. I mean, like, even the routing can be like challenging and sometimes yes, but it is a 4-star. A short 4-star is generally packed with a lot of difficult things, because if it's a short level and a 4-star, it's going to be a bit harder. Like, you could have a really long 5-star be really easy, and that's just because it's longer. So I feel like that's fair. In 97th place, we might have the most controversial good pick on my list. And that would be Spring Festival. Quite frankly, I've never gotten the hate. Never gotten the hate. Sure, it uses random jump pads, but at least random jump pads have a pattern, especially in comparison to Lost City and Marshmallow, whose obstacles have no pattern whatsoever. So, quite frankly, I think it's amazing. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is quite awesome. Sure, it's a long level, but like, I feel like it actually does good stuff with it. I am a little sad that it only used its theme once and it still doesn't have a bonus. Like, it only used the gray theme once. I'm kind of sad about that. But still, soundtrack is a banger. I like everything about this level. I know everyone hates this level, but I, quite frankly, just never gotten the hate. In 96th place, we have, if I could scroll down, I can't. There we go. In 96th place, a 2025 level, and I always forget that. And Chieftain is here mostly because the concept is very unique, something we never seen before. And I feel like in 2024 and 2025, they really experimented with like showing other cultures to us, which is really cool. In this case, talking about American Indians or Native Americans, whatever you call them. And yeah, I mean, it's just pretty fun. Soundtrack's pretty cool. I think it's a little lacking in the route department. I've never really been a fan of most of the main level 4 stars or main level 3 stars at this point. Um, they're all in A tier or B tier, so with a few exceptions. Up next in 95th place, if we can scroll down. Yep, there we go. We have Temple Fair. I don't even have to scroll down as far as I thought I did. Temple Fair is kind of nostalgic for me, seeing as uh, it's the first update I truly got on Android from the Minimax era. It has a great soundtrack. I love the firework concept they came up with because the Suspicious Jade Rabbit has it too, but they actually just added it in this update. And yeah, I mean it's a fun level. It is a 2-star though, so it does kind of bring it down a little bit. There's even still a fun glitch in it, which is kind of cool. In 94th place, we have a co-creation level from 2024, Out of Control. Out of Control is technically a punishment bonus because it is harder than its main level, which is kind of cool. We got the last time we saw that was Zone 22, which was pretty recently, but before that it was actually quite uncommon. And this level, it can really shatter your eardrums. I will say that. I don't. It's a very short level, which definitely does hurt it, but I really do love the heartbreak theme that this level has. And similarly, I have another level with a heartbreak theme right next to this. In 93rd place, Passionate Love, which is kind of an unfortunate name for a level, I think we could all agree. But it is actually quite fun. This level experiments a lot with dual portals, which is something that a lot of levels just hadn't done at the time. And I think that's really cool how it does it. It is the first level ever in Rolling Sky history to have a forced asymmetrical duel. Like you is not even the perfect way, like easy way. There is a asymmetrical duel. First level to ever do that. That's really cool. And I think it really just symbolizes like love with a partner. Like like you're even if you're going the easy way, like you'll never be fully in symmetry, which is kind of cool. I think it's a cool symbol. That's just how I take it. But yeah, and the soundtrack really cool. Similarly to Chieftain, I just like a main level 4-star. Although I think it's supposed to be a 5-star soon. It's kind of forgettable though. This one's kind of forgettable. So remember at the beginning of the video with Industrial Age, you said you'd see its bonus much later. Yeah, this is the furthest level set on the tier list. Because in 92nd place, we have Furnace. This is going to be a controversial pick, but I quite frankly have never really even understood the controversy of Furnace. This level, sure, doesn't have crowns. That's the reason it's in A tier. I am kind of upset with that. I had no reason to do it. It released in an update with a level that had no crowns, but it could actually get away with it. We haven't talked about that level yet. I'll talk about that one later because it's an S tier. But this level, I still think is good. It uses Gimme Snacks by F777, a really fun song with a great name. And it actually works much better in my opinion. Sure, the high-tech obstacle theme, whatever, is sure. But I find the route here actually very good. And I think a lot of people say the route's very bad, but I just completely disagree. I don't know. That's just a complete disagreement on my part. And I just think that this one is just really good compared to its main level, especially. And with that level being the weird sandwiched in between love levels, because in 91st place we have Romantic Afternoon, which is also another love-based level. It's actually the bonus of Passionate Love. This level, I'd say, is a little bit better than Passionate Love because it also does the same thing with the symbolization of love, and I think it does it with a better soundtrack, more representative of the level. It has a nice smooth saxophone, kind of makes you feel like Careless Whisper, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da song. And I feel like it just embodies love more. It's more of a slow level, which I think is actually kind of cool. Both levels actually represent love quite well, and I think both of the soundtracks are quite funny. This is a funny TDX reference at the end with the marriage thing, if y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, just a very solid level. Now, up next, we have a co-creation level. In 90th place, we have Newborn. Oh, sorry, hold on. It's in all caps. In 98th place, we have Newborn. Sorry, I should have given you a mic warning. um, this level, I don't have much to say about. It's just one of your generic 5-star co-creation levels that is pretty solid, I'd say. It's fun to come back to, but it has a few flaws in the routing here or there. There are definitely a few more of these to come in the upcoming future, like very, very soon. So, in fact, let's just talk about 89th place right now because this is kind of an odd sheep out thing. In 89th place, we have New Year. This doesn't really fit in with the levels surrounding it, similarly to Furnace. It's just a very solid level. I wouldn't even call this a 6-star. Quite frankly, this feels like a hard 5-star. And it was a good 2023 send-off. I think it's really cool that we had a New Year level. It produced one of the funniest bonuses of all times. And the soundtrack is quite good. Yeah. If I do have any complaints, it's like minor routing complaints, but it is at the very top of A, or like pretty high A tier. So I feel like that's fair. All right, in 88th place, this one fits more in with Newborn. We have another co-creation level because it fits in with Newborn, Nuclear Energy. This level I had an S tier for a long time, but I feel like it's had its place there. Like I said with Biology Lab, I think the theme is a little generic, but I'm actually okay with it because it does stuff a little different, and the theme changes are so badass. That's literally the highlight of my entire deeper dive, episode 20 if you want to check it out. It is so fun. Like the soundtrack is like among top 50 for sure. And yeah, I mean I don't have much more to say about it. In 87th place, we have Game Zone, and in 86th place, we have Ginny. I'm going to cover these together because I feel like they do similar things. So here is Game Zone. And Game Zone, what it does is significantly better than Competition Park. In fact, it's almost tying the record for this like set of levels on the tier list, but Furnace barely beats it because Industrial Age is further back in F tier than Competition Park. However, I find Game Zone so well because its soundtrack is great. It has that bass drop part with the inverted controls. Okay, come on. Nuclear Energy. No, don't go behind New Year. And it's quite frankly just a fun time to play. So I enjoy it. And in 86th place, like I said, we had Ginny. Ginny is the bonus of Enchanted Lamp, which, as you guys saw, was in B tier. This is a level that I see people often say is pretty bad, and I've never really understood why. I love the soundtrack. It's one of the best F777 soundtracks in the game, in my opinion. And I have always just found it weird that people hated it. I think the route is fine. Mystery boxes are cool. It's just a 2-star, so obviously it's going to get drawback from that. In 85th place, we have another co-creation level. Wow. And that level would be Crescent Moonbeam. Crescent Moonbeam is very much better than Observatory. However, I think it's fallen out of S tier because I think the soundtrack kind of drives it down. By no means is the soundtrack bad, it's just more average. And even though it's a 2-star, I feel like the routing actually delivers very much here. It still has that TDX routing style, I think. Even though I'm not sure if he... Or not TDX, FO18X routing style. I don't know if he routed it, but it sure as hell feels like it. In 84th place, we have a level that I'm sure someone's going to yell at me about in the comments because it's not high enough, even though it's in high A tier. Red Empire. Literally a few days before this tier list, I decided I'm going to move this level down into A tier. And high A tier at that. There's only like 6-ish more levels in this tier. And still, people are going to say that's not high enough. Quite frankly, I find this level just a little too challenging. The difficulty ramp up, in my opinion, feels a little unfair sometimes. And I'm just not a fan of that. Well, yes, I think the theme is kind of cool. It also does feel kind of generic, and that's the one flaw I have with this level's bonus as well. It's just that like the themes are so similar. Like if you were to take out all of the obstacles in the background, I could not tell you the difference between theme 1 and theme 2. They're both just red. One's a darker red. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that, and that is a drawback of Iron Tide as well. In 83rd place, we have Pipeline Error, and in 82nd place, we have Pipeline. This is one of the 2 error levels. In fact, the only 2 error levels that we have left are both, in my opinion, worse than the level that they're copying. Pipeline is supposed to have this intensity about it that kind of like the soundtrack helps provide. And when you add a bunch of funniness to the soundtrack, I feel like it just takes away from that seriousness that it should have. Granted, with the error version, it still has the exact same layout, same collectibles, and all that as Pipeline, so it doesn't get affected too negatively by that. And like I said, Pipeline has that intensiveness. It's really fun. It is. It has fun collectibles. My only real rift I have with it is that it has it's just a little too difficult for a 5-star. Once this becomes a 6-star, if they make this a 6-star, because I'm still unclear as to if they're going to do that in the next update, I would be more comfortable putting this in S tier. But until that happens, I'm gonna leave it in A tier. In 81st place, a level that has a very similar vibe to the Pipeline, we have Trailblaze. Trailblaze is the 2nd anniversary level for co-creation. It's supposed to be a celebration of co-creation, and I think they did that quite well. My main gripe with this level is that it is just, in my opinion, this is the hardest level in the game. And to me, it just makes it a lot less replayable, which is why I would much rather play its bonus, which we haven't seen yet. Though it is still great, amazing soundtrack. It has a reference to literally every single co-creation level, whether it's in its routing or its obstacles, because there are some routing things that reference co-creation levels, like there's a Disco Tempo reference in the routing. It's very diagonal tile heavy, and if you know me, I'm not really a diagonal tile kind of guy. Still, though, by no means is it horrible, and I think that it's actually pretty good. In fact, it is the best A tier level that was originally in A tier. The other 4 levels that we have left were in S tier or above and have recently moved down. So kicking off that that quartet, kicking off that quartet, we have Wasteland Wild Sands. If I could find it, make sure it's not Westland, because they actually do kind of look similar. Here we go. Alrighty. Wasteland Wild Sands, I initially was like, actually, I'm not looking forward to this from the soundtrack. And then I got to the level and I was like, wow, this is good. And then Zone 22 came out. Zone 22 has overshadowed this level so much that, in my opinion, this level has actually gotten power crept so hard. This was S+ tier and it moved down to A tier. The soundtrack is fine, yeah. I think the routing is kind of what brings us down. I still like it. It's just not S tier worthy anymore. In 79th place, we have Unlock the Future. And in 78th place, we have Legendary Racing. Unlock the Future is a level that was lowest in S tier for a long, long time. I think it recently moved down to A tier because I just kind of lost a little bit of interest in it. And I mean, the concept is so cool. It's a VR theme again, like I said, with VR Fairyland. However, that's Crisscross. What? Crisscross, you're what are you doing? You're self-sabotaging. You're an S+ tier. Still, it's a very fun little level with an amazing soundtrack. And as for Legendary Racing, I'm sorry, Legendary Racing QB, but this level it's fun. It's just a little bit on the shorter side for me, and I don't know. I feel like it could have benefited from that. The retexture, I did boost it up to S tier, but I feel like it's better down here, as with most 4-star main levels. And ending off our A tier is a level that also recently moved to. This is also going to be a very controversial pick because people just find this level boring, but I actually like it a lot. In 77th place, we have Space Station. Space Station is a level that everyone puts in F tier, and I kind of understand why, but I also don't at the same time. Sure, it's kind of a little boring level, and now it's a 1-star. I still think of it as a 3-star. I always found it fun, and the colors of the theme is my favorite of the 3 actually. The soundtrack is pretty solid, I would say. I don't think it's awful. It's a little repetitive, but it does fit the space theme. And yeah, quite frankly, I just find this level kind of fun. It's not S tier by any means at this point, I don't think, but I still think it's a pretty fun level. And that was our A tier, ladies and gentlemen. So now we have the S tier levels. As I move the A tier back up, I'll move the S tier down. You might be asking, okay, S tier, what does that mean? These levels are very solid, 8.5s to 9 out of 10s. And these levels do almost nothing wrong, and if they do one thing wrong, it's not docking them an insane amount of points, which is pretty cool. So let me get the S tier all the way down to the bottom here. This will take a second because it's a little laggy right now. I guess I'll say this right now because I don't even have a thing on here for this. The last error level, this is the best error level. In 76th place, we have Moonlit Night Movement error. This is the other error level that I think is actually worse than its level it's trying to redo. And that is solely because I think that Moonlit Night Movement is supposed to be, I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's just Moonlit Night Movement. It's iconic. The only fun thing I think that keeps this out of A tier is that at the end, when it switches themes all the time, it just does the Tactic Core song for some reason, which is really funny. It's actually hilarious. So that's why that one's here. Our first actual placement on this list is actually the first placement on this list right now. In 75th place, we have City. City was the first ever level released in an update, and it's iconic for that. This level is literally the face of this game on Nintendo Switch, which, in case you guys were wondering, I do own that game. Granted, the game is kind of controlled horribly, but that's a whole other story. And this level, I feel like, is just so iconic that I literally cannot put this lower than S tier. And it is low S tier. It is basic. It is one of the original levels. So yeah, it's going to be there. But still, it holds up quite well to this day. In 74th place, we have a newer level going from a pretty old level to a relatively new level within the past year. Westland. There it is. Nope, don't go behind it. Westland is, in my opinion, the second best Creo soundtrack in the game. It's the middle one. I'd say that Legendary Racing has the best. However, this level's theming is done so well. This is the first level of the set that we've gotten. Granted, there's only 2 levels. It is getting a tertiary bonus soon, I hope. I really hope. Because the minecart theme that this level introduced, nobody saw that twist coming. That was literally a what kind of moment for me. Like, wow, that's insane. The cave theme was such a good idea. They executed it so well, and I think that alone boosted up to S tier. In 73rd place, we have the last fan-made level and the last fan-made bonus, because I believe it's confirmed they're not making these anymore. Earthcore Adventure, or as I call it, Earthcore Adventures, because I think the S sounds cooler. Yeah, this level just does everything right, I feel like. It was a great way to end fan-made, especially with the first level we ever played being why am I blanking? Cave, wow. And yeah, I mean, quite frankly, I think it just works very well. And has amazing gems, amazing crowns, and it fixed the mover color. So initially in Rolling Fan Made, the mover colors were like, in the green theme, were like yellow and orange, which were almost impossible to tell apart from each other. And in this game, they fixed it to be like red and orange, or red and yellow. So now I could actually tell them apart. Which, thank God, that was the only change they made to this level, and I think it actually worked quite well. In 72nd place, we have a level that I was surprised for Declan Hugo to put in his dog shit tier. Wilderness Aftertaste. Possibly one of the worst names in this game, yes, I will very much admit. Don't really know why it has the word aftertaste in it, especially when you're talking about heaven, or something heavenly, but whatever. It is a short level, and it's a short and easy level, which does bring this to a low S tier. However, I think the soundtrack is absolutely insanely good. And, quite frankly, I think the route is pretty good for what they had. And the pink theme. By far the better theme out of the two, Palace Ruins and Wilderness Aftertaste. I would much rather play this level than Palace Ruins. In 71st place, we have Masked Ball. This is the bonus to Parade Pageantry, and by far the best of the 4 horsemen, as I call them, which would be Observatory, Crescent Moonbeam, Parade Pageantry, and this level. This level actually uses all of the obstacles. That's a plus already. And it has a much better soundtrack, in my opinion. Also, for being a 2-star, this level has one of the best co-creation routes in just ever, in my opinion. I very much love how this level turned out. And I think the thing holding it back is it is a little easy being a 2-star, but I have only positive things to say about this level other than that. In 70th place, we have a level that is pretty much in the exact same situation. In fact, it's also a co-creation level, except this one doesn't have any crowns. It's Kaleidoscope. One of the only co-creation levels to not have any crowns. In fact, I believe it's one of the only 2. We've already talked about one. Except, I don't hold grudges for this level not having it, because this level is actually supposed to be a 1-star, and it just ended up being a 2-star. It's like 2.0. And oh my god, it's up here like solely for the soundtrack. The soundtrack slaps. It's an absolute banger. I am a huge fan of this level soundtrack. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. In 69th place, we have a level that I think a lot of people are going to call this controversial. It's Beach Harbor. This is also another level that is significantly higher than its main level. It's also being a punishment bonus, just like Out of Control. I think this level does significantly better, with a much better soundtrack by F777. I don't know the name of the soundtrack. I had never heard of it, personally, before this game, which is surprising because I know a lot of them. Also, the underground mechanics that this level uses actually works very well, and I think it's very fun route-wise. So, I mean, yeah, quite frankly, I'm just going to put it here. We have Auspicious Jade Rabbit, or AJR as I will call it, because just like VFN, I don't want to say that. This is a level that I consistently had in C tier for a long time until I really just saw like, wow, that's good routing. Like, I honestly think the route is so fun. The concept for this level is awesome. It's a New Year's level, like another cultural thing, which is really cool. And yeah, quite frankly, I think it's just a solid level. I don't have too much to say about it. It kind of speaks for itself. In 67th place, we have the last co-creation level as of right now, like during the hiatus. If you guys didn't know, co-creation levels are on a hiatus right now. And Cattail is the level that ends it. Compared to Meow Meow, I think this level is a lot better. It has a much cuter soundtrack, and it actually makes me feel the cuteness of the level. I just like the orange theme more, which is interesting because blue is my favorite color. I just think the orange theme is so much cooler. And if you guys realize, this is our first 2026 level. Our first 2026 level. Yeah. That's how good they are. That the lowest one is 67th place. So yeah. I don't have too much to say about it. Pretty good route. Solid. Only thing holding it back, I'd say, is that I don't know, the like obstacle. I'm just not a cat fan. I don't know. Sorry. Even though I have a cat. In 66th place, we have Moonlit Night Movement, a level that was once 3rd place. Kind of sad, the fall off. This level has an amazing soundtrack, and I still stand for that. It's the 30th best soundtrack in the game. It used to be first, so it's fallen off quite hard. Route-wise, it's fine. I like the theme changes at the end, but overall it is a little generic, and I do see that now. But still S tier, so I'm not holding that too much against it. In 65th place, we have what was the best 1-star for a very long time until it was dethroned quite recently by 2 different levels in back-to-back updates. And that would be Eternity. Eternity is the bonus of Chronos, a level that we will not see until much later. And that's just how good this level set is. This is a concept that we hadn't seen in a very long time. And even though it's a 1-star, I think it actually uses it quite well. It has crowns, which is amazing because most 1-stars don't have that. It does benefit this level very much. Overall, I think the animated themes that this level has, and even like the fact that it goes so slow, actually helps me feel the vibe just a lot more. So yeah, very fun level. In 64th place is a level that I had very high in A tier for a long time and recently decided it should go in S tier along with its bonus, Radiant Shadow. This level has a beta. It is not shown on this tier list. There's another tier list that I use that it is shown on. In fact, that's where I got all my information from. I didn't want to disassemble that tier list. The beta was so much worse. That was my point. There was a green theme. It was ugly. I'm glad they changed it to purple. It would have been bad. This worked very well. And my main issue with it is, say it with me, guys, way too short. But that's not going to hurt it too much here. In 63rd place, we have the bonus of Chieftain Totem, or as I like to call it, Wicca Wicca Wah Wah. It's very DJE like that. This level is literally the highest level in A tier for a long time. I recently moved it up to S tier because I was like, why the hell not? And because I kept replaying the level, and I was like, man, I love this level. It has an amazing soundtrack, like really good. And I actually like this theme a lot more than Chieftains. This was supposed to be Chieftain theme, and I feel like it missed out. I also do love the theme, as I said, with Chieftains. So all of that combined, it just leads to a really fun level. In 62nd place, though, we have a level that this will also be controversial because a lot of people don't like this, but in my opinion, I think it's a skill issue. Midnight Go Round. If you don't like this issue, or if you don't like this level, I'm calling it a skill issue. I'm sorry. You're just not good. Like, get good. This level is honestly so fun. It has a very unique routing style. It uses the same gimmick as its main level, even more, honestly, which does bring it down, I will say. However, I do think that it's fun. This is probably one of the shortest levels ever if you don't take the back pads, and it's actually kind of fun to get the music out of sync. Overall, I think it's just a very fun level, and I don't really understand the hate. In 61st place, we have Declan Hugo's pick for the worst level of 2025, which I very much disagree with. And that would be Atomic Energy. Atomic Energy, it's that good. I think it's good. For a 1-star, this is the level. It technically never dethroned the best 1-star because the level that actually is the best 1-star came out an update before it. It came out literally the update before this one. Still, it would have been the best 1-star had Delight Tune not been a 1-star. We all know there's only one 1-star left on this list. Still, very solid level, fun soundtrack. Definitely not as good as its main level, but still very good. In 60th place, we have Polar Exploration, the main level to a bonus with a bunch of drama surrounding it. This level often gets overlooked, in my opinion, because of its bonus, but in no means does that make it bad. In fact, I think it's really fun level to play. It has like an amazing soundtrack by Samsung, and the obstacles are so cute. So yeah, I feel like 60th place is very good for it. In 59th place, we have Shining Waves, the last level of 2024, and also the last co-creation level of 2024. This level has an amazing soundtrack, also by Samsung, I believe. My gripe with this level is that it does have a very boring part in the middle of the level that is just very forgettable, but the parts where it is exciting, they're not forgettable at all. Very fun level with a very fun soundtrack that spikes whenever it gets fun. In 58th place and 57th place, we have The Spectre and Alone. in that order. So Spectre 58 and Alone in 57th. Both of these are Alan Walker levels that have since been removed from the game, but I think are still very good. The Spectre is, in my opinion, the worst removed Alan Walker level, because we're not counting Ignite there. Well, I mean, either way, both Ignites beat it. But by no means is it bad. I mean, it's in 58th place. The soundtrack is just the weakest to me, and I think the Smurf Cat meme low-key kind of killed it. Alone is low. It's only this low because the last percent of the level, it sucks, especially in the version that I was playing it in with no checkpoints. Like, checkpoints just didn't exist. But in the version that I played it on a second time, checkpoints did exist, and it's much more bearable in that version as well. I think they just did something with the hitboxes. So, in this case, it goes here. In 56th place, we have a level that I've only seen a teaser of, so this is a very speculatory placement. Buoyancy Field. As of filming, this level comes out in 2 days. Maybe 3, because I saw some things there, like it might get delayed. So as from the teaser that I saw, it has a good soundtrack, like a fun kind of soundtrack. The level looks good. It looks like it's going to be a main level 4 stars, so it probably will end up in A tier, but I want to give it the benefit of the doubt and put it in S tier. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see for this one. In 55th place, we have Steam Era. This is the second to last main level of 2020. We only have one level set left in 2020. This is the only level set there. That's how good it is. And this level does a very fun job. It has a great soundtrack. It has a concept that is way ahead of its time. Well, long coming, I'll say. But looking back on it, it is kind of ahead of its time. And it's a very fun level to just play. So, yeah. Steam Era. In 54th place, we have Ignite V2. This is the Ignite with the different soundtrack. And even though we got Ignite back in the game, woohoo, fun, I love that. The soundtrack is, quite frankly, a downgrade from the actual soundtrack, although I understand why I have to do that for copyright reasons. I'll explain more about the actual level when we get to Ignite V1. In 53rd place, we have Abyss Traps. This level very much lives up to its name. When it is Abyss Traps, it sets a lot of traps. I really much like that. This level is almost a punishment bonus with the new 3-star reworks. I'll always think of it as a 2-star, but it is a 3-star. It's a very long level. It's very weird, especially because it's bonus 69. I feel like that actually fits it very well. I don't really have any gripes with this level other than the fact that it's just a little too long, in my opinion. In 52nd place, we have a level that I was disputing with a subscriber today because they said it was the 15th worst level in the game. And I was like, hell no, it's 52nd best level in the game. That's Trick or Treat. You know what? I'm just going to say this right now. I don't know why you put it in 15th worst place. You said the routing was ass. I think the routing is fantastic. I'm sorry, that was a horrible joke. Also, you said the soundtrack was ... Don't know what you mean by that. I think the soundtrack is awesome. The soundtrack's kind of a main appeal of this level. This is, in my opinion, the best Halloween level ever. So, yeah, that's just my take on that. In 51st place, we have Foggy City. This level is the bonus of Phantom Thief, and oh, dang, does it have a soundtrack that slaps. It's a great soundtrack. People were initially hating on it, but I think everyone's kind of grown to just like this level in general. It even uses the underground mechanic, which I do think was kind of unnecessary, considering it was not in its main level, but whatever. It works, and the use of the filter theme in this level also just works significantly well. Kicking off our top 50, we have an original level, one of the top 14, or Big 14, Castle Sky. Or CITS, which I would not be calling it. I'll just say Castle in the Sky. This level initially had a filtered theme, and I hope they bring it back. In fact, I think they might soon with a B version. But as for this level that we have right now, it is a very, very solid rendition of it. I, quite frankly, find the soundtrack very cool. and the fact that we really only stay in the castle and then like briefly go into a volcano, it's kind of cool. I've always been a fan of this concept. It is a classic 2016 level. As you can see, we only have 2 left, so it being the third best 2016 level says a lot about it. In 49th place, we have the true newest level in the game, because it's last on this list, because this goes in release order. Martial World, the bonus of Kung Fu. This also might be in contention for one of the furthest apart from its bonuses. Because Kung Fu is lowest in D tier. This is the last level of S tier. This is the highest in S tier. This level does everything right, I think. It has a good route, I'd say, a solid soundtrack, and even with mystery boxes, I'd say the routes are pretty good. I don't see anything to complain about that level, and I frequently come back to play it. Now, we have 2 more tiers left, and this next one is the S plus tier. These levels have like a tiny flaw with them, and that's it. Like, they just have like the littlest flaw. These are like 9.5s to 9.8 out of 10s. They're almost perfect. Now, kicking off our S plus tier, we actually have, I have listed here as Forest V1. I think I forgot that I separated those. So I take that back when I said about 99th place. This is Forest V1 spot. Forest V1 is the OG. Yeah, I was kind of confused as to why I put it in A tier. But this is the level that it was the 3rd level in the game. So obviously, I think it works here. A lot of you guys probably don't even remember this version. It didn't have any crowns. It had 20 diamonds back when they were called diamonds. It's a lot. Nobody probably remembers it, but it's very nostalgic to me. So just take that placement with a grain of salt. In 47th place, we have another 2016 level in E-Labyrinth. E-Labyrinth was the OG, oh my god, this is literally unbeatable level ever. And I remember those days, boy. Now we have levels like Time Memory and Trailblaze. Oh, those were the days. Such a fun level, very nostalgic. There's like, if there's anything wrong about this level, I guess it would be that it's a little basic, but that's such a minor nitpick that it doesn't even matter. In 46th place, we have Reindeer's Gift. In my opinion, the best Christmas level. This level has by far the best remix of a Jingle Bells song in the game. It just brings the vibe. It's so good. It makes me want to bop my head to the music. It's such a good song. And I'd say the route is some of the best as well. My only minor gripe of this level is the 3rd crown, but that's such, like I said, a minor gripe that it's like it doesn't matter that much. In 45th place, we have Melodic Metropolis. This is a level theme similar to something that I wanted to submit to co-creation. In fact, I did submit something similar to this to co-creation, and it was never accepted, obviously. But the music, jazzy thing, this is the type of level that could dethrone Chess Fortress if it had a better background, because this is just kind of a town. Yeah, this level would have been P tier if the background hid would have been better. I know I said that there's generally minor gripes in S tier, but it also could be that the level is literally perfect except for one thing that just kind of brings it down. But I still think it's S plus tier. In 44th place, we have Ignite V1, the OG Ignite, the one that got removed. This one had the OG soundtrack, and the soundtrack, I think, made the level. The routes are fun. They still are fun to this day, and the crowns are quite nice. This level holds up still very well, and I'm glad that we got it back into the game. But the OG version, I think, is where it's at. In 43rd place and 42nd place, I'll put them next to each other, we have Nirvana and A Dream of 7 Years. Both 2 anniversary levels, obviously celebrating the 9th anniversary of the game and the 7th anniversary of the game. As for Nirvana, the 9th anniversary level, I loved what they did with the obstacles. It's so peak. The pixelated obstacles, it actually made me feel nostalgic, unlike Love E and the rest of its set. I mean, sure, you did see Revival, which is a part of this set, at the very bottom of the list, but we haven't seen this level's bonus yet, because it's P tier. So it's really good. And A Dream of 7 Years is a fan-made level, actually, not even made by Minimax, so it doesn't have a set. This is actually the longest level in the game, And that does draw it back maybe just a little bit, but the amount of sheer references that there are in this level, it cancels everything out. This is such a good level. It's so peak. In 41st place, we have Beat Party, Not Calling It Rhythm Party. This level is the bonus of psychedelic music, and in my opinion, has like one of the best soundtracks of 2019. I think it might have the best soundtrack of 2019. It's in contention with the Spectre remix. It's one of the two of those. And yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. I just have a thing for it. I don't know. I've never disliked this level. In fact, I've always had a place in my heart for this level because I think this was the first 5-star bonus I beat. In 40th place, we have Tribal Hunting, a level that I think some people will say is too high. And to that I say, no, it's not too high. This level is so peak, honestly. Soundtrack, Daydreamer by F777, another F777 song. They're always so good. There's like over 20 of them in the game. Like, why do you think they keep coming back to them? Sure, it might seem a little repetitive, and it is a little weird that there's no laser cannons, but it kind of does fit for a level set in the jungle, what don't you think? In a jungle, are you really going to see a laser or a laser cannon? No, I don't think you are, unless you're in some weird futuristic jungle. So I think that it actually kind of works here. And the strange route design, I'm just attracted to those anyway, so I really just like how they did this. In 39th place, we have Delusion Circle, a level that if I ever post on YouTube Shorts, they will never stop freaking copywriting me on. So yeah, you can't hear the soundtrack to that one. Sorry, guys. I can't believe they didn't copyright my deeper dive. This level has, like I said, an amazing soundtrack, which is literally the highlight of this level. Whatever. It has amazing theming. Obviously, it's related to Magic House, which we still haven't talked about. That's how good it is. The only drawback to this level is the routing. It is a little boring, I will say. However, I still think it's not that bad. In 38th place, we have another controversial one, Emerald City. I have no idea why people hate this level. There's levels where I say, I have no idea. I legit actually have no idea why people don't like this one. And if you say it's because of the mover thing at 34, just go away. That is not a valid reason. Give me an actual reason why this level is bad, and then I might actually understand. If you say the movers, I will get pissed off. Everyone says that. What is the problem with the movers? I don't even think there's a problem personally. This isn't. I even made a short saying, what's a level that's controversial to like for no reason? It was this level. That's just how much I like it. I don't know. It's so weird that people hate this one. In 37th place, we have the last 2016 level, meaning that it is the best 2016 level, Tetris. Tetris, I can't even believe they got the rights to this level, especially in 2016. This level was very much ahead of its time. It's so peak. It has an amazing soundtrack, an amazing concept, especially for 2016. This is the only 2016 level that I think I could say this video is not outdated at all. It still holds up great today. I have nothing negative to say about this level. In 36th place, something I do have something negative to say about this level is Iron Tide. And I've already mentioned this. Why is the theme so similar? I'm going to show you. Okay, here, look at this. Look at the theme right there. Just look at the background. Okay, now I'm going to scroll all the way up to Red Empire. Okay, right there. What is the difference, guys? What is what? I could barely tell a difference. I don't know. But other than that, amazing soundtrack. Such an amazing opener. Dun 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 dun. Amazing opener. You got the accordion. It has so many obstacle references that one filtered theme part. It even has the animated effects, which work so well. It even uses the mine carts from Westland that I was talking about earlier. It's so peak, and it just works so well. In 35th place, we have the new 4-star Garoth. This is the bonus of Cthulhu. And, man, does it do everything right. Cthulhu, I didn't even talk about this when talking about it because it was so insignificant. Cthulhu, it introduced this new mechanic called the eyes. If you hit 6 eyes, even if you have a shield, you'll just get insta-killed. So what this level does, or actually I'll talk about what Cthulhu does. What Cthulhu does is it only uses it in Garoth's theme, which this level also only does. However,
uses it in such a way where it's like you're almost likely never going to die from it. Now, Garoth takes us to the next level, and actually what it does is it makes you hit 5 eyes, and then it makes you do the routes. Like, if you want a crown, you have to hit 5 eyes and then start to avoid the rest of them. It's so cool how they use this mechanic. They actually use the mechanic that this Cthulhu was supposed to use in a innovative way that makes it really fun to get collectibles. I love what this level does. It does it so well. In 34th place, we have 1UP. Oh, why are we scrolling? Okay, that's so interesting. What was that? 1UP is the OG video game level. We have quite a few at this point. This one is the OG. It's supposed to represent like an 8-bit video game. I really hope this level gets a bonus soon because it is so peak. Another F777 soundtrack and a very fun one to come back to. It's just got like that vibe. It's got that energy, and it has everything so nice. I mean, my only gripe with it is that like its theme is gray, but like I think it still actually works very well. In 33rd place, we have The Wizard of Oz, a level that for some reason is considered a 6-star. Don't know why. This level represents a 2016 level for me. It has 20 gems, no crowns, and the routing just feels very similar to a 2016 level, and I think that's what they were going for. That's another reason why I think people don't like Emerald City. They're like, oh, well, it doesn't represent a 2016 level. Duh. None of the 2016 level bonuses represent anything from 2016. They represent something from like 2023 or something. Like, think of Mysterious Trail. EU Labyrinth was released in 2016. EU Labyrinth's bonus, Mysterious Trail, was released in 2023. Of course, it's not going to relate to anything from 2016. So, yeah, I think that's a dumb argument. But, yeah, very fun level. And I don't have anything negative to say about it. In 32nd place, we have Crisscross. And in 31st place, we have Blazing Tracks. These are 2 bonuses that came out in very different times. However, I think have a lot in common. Both of these are bonuses, or I guess, well, I'll start with the differences. Blazing Tracks is a bonus that is much better than its main level, and Crisscross is a bonus that is a little worse than its main level. However, both of them, I think, have really solid soundtracks. One by F777 and one by, I believe, TDX, but I could be wrong about that. And both are the themes of the 2 levels that I do like less. However, I do think they're both still good. And lastly, I think that these levels have some of the best obstacles in the game. Blazing Tracks actually introduces some obstacles that Legendary Racing didn't even use. And while Crisscross doesn't do this, I think that Chess Fortress's obstacles are some of the best in the game anyway. Similarly, I guess we could talk about SeaWorld and Accumulator. In 30th place, SeaWorld, and 29th place, Accumulator. Starting with SeaWorld. SeaWorld was, if you saw my tier post very recently, I just discovered this exact tier list. I disassembled it because it didn't have many levels on it, where SeaWorld was number 1. Interesting pick on my part. Don't really know why I did that, but kind of funny nonetheless. This level does have a good soundtrack, though. Like it's a good level. It has good route, a good soundtrack. This is the best bonus of 2020. And, yeah, it's just very solid. Accumulator is the bonus of Robotoy, which we saw a long way back. This used to be P tier. I moved it down recently because it is a little long, and I kind of liked it better as a 2-star rather than a 3-star. However, I think we could all say one thing about Accumulator. Feel the electric. Feel the bass. I think that speaks for itself. In 28th place, we have Polar Night Wandering V1. This level was the OG Polar Night Wandering. Don't really understand why this level had to get taken. I mean, I do understand, but like it was the much better version. And even all of the community agrees that this level is the better one of the 2. It is by far the one that had a more music sync. It was made by Declan Hugo, who is banned by Co-Creation, banned from making Co-Creation levels. I don't know why, but he was. And he made it undercover, and then he made a video admitting it was him and how stupid Minimax was, which kind of worried this instance. And yeah, it just felt very unfair to remove it. Quite frankly, I wish we get it back because it was just a very fun level. And ending off our S+ tier, we have 2 levels that are pretty much the same. In 27th place, Faded Remix, and in 26th place, Alone Remix. Two remixes that I think... Oh, okay, we did this again. Two remixes that I think are very similar in their routing, their soundtracks. They're really good remixes, and quite frankly, I also don't really understand why the remixes had to get removed from the game for copyright reasons. Like, they're remixes for a reason, but whatever. They have very solid routes, and they're very fun to come back to when I go back on that version that does have the levels that's modded, but yeah. Now, we have my top 25. These are, in my opinion, the best 25 levels in the game, the P tier. My top 25, like, P tier isn't restricted to my top 25. It just so happens that at this point there are 25 levels that are in it. These levels literally do nothing wrong, and the only reason that there's a level that's not in here is because I just like one better than the other. That's the only determination of the ranking. So kicking us off in the P tier, we have the Spectre remix, which is the remix of the Spectre, obviously. This is the hardest level of 20, or like not counting the anniversary levels. It's one of the hardest levels in 2019. It's also a 6-star apparently. I never actually got to fully play this level. I only got up to 70%, so I can only speak for that. In the 70% that I did play, it was absolutely insane. There was no mistakes. People say that the 1UP theme cameo is like weird here, but it actually kind of fits with like the depressing kind of vibe. So I'm actually okay with this here. In 24th place, we have Comet Bound, and in 23rd place, we have Breaking. These are two co-creation bonuses that I think are very similar to each other. Comet Bound is the bonus of Trailblaze, a level that I talked about earlier. Unlike Trailblaze, this level has insane replayability value, while also making me feel very nostalgic for co-creation levels. It actually has a soundtrack cameo in the level, the whole soundtrack is a cameo of Lab Confidential, which is a level that I actually didn't really like that much, but the soundtrack is pretty good here, especially the remix. And everything I said about Trailblaze's obstacles applies here as well. I also just like the blue theme more. And Breaking was the first ever co-creation level to have mystery boxes, and as of right now is one of only two. And quite frankly, I think it's the better one to use mystery boxes. This level also has asymmetrical duels, which are fun to play with. Also, let's not forget about the F777 soundtrack, of course. It's here. It's I actually don't know what the name of the soundtrack. I think it's just Breaking. I think the name of the soundtrack is Breaking. That's why the name of the level is Breaking. Which is pretty cool. So yeah, overall just a very fun level. In 22nd place, we have Kingdom War. If you notice, Kingdom War and Battle Bastion are right next to each other. This is, I believe, the best level set in the game. I take that back. It's the second best level set in the game. You'll see what the best one is in a second. I wasn't sure if it's the best set of two levels in the game. And it has a solid soundtrack, amazing theme. I can't believe we hadn't thought of this before. And I just love the blue and green background. I love it even more than Battle Bastion, which is in my top 10. Spoiler alert. You're about to see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, it's just a very fun level, and it even uses the wall mechanic quite well. In 21st place, we have Axelo Waltz. This level is an amazing closeout to Co-Creation Season 2. As I said with Beach Party Rock, it was, fine. But it wasn't, fine. This level was fine. Or, in other words, amazing. Amazing ending. This level, it's so cinematic. And I don't know why Declan Hugo doesn't like it. Actually, it's so cinematic. Sure, the route can, Actually, no, the route's not repetitive. I disagree with that statement. The route is fun. And I think that the soundtrack is amazing. It's one of the best soundtracks in the game. It is in my top 10 for soundtracks. Maybe in my top 5. It changes frequently. And it's just such a iconic level. I feel like it uses animated themes perfectly. It just does everything perfectly. In 20th place, kicking off our top 20, we have Sunset Sword Tomb, the second best level of 2026, in my opinion. Some might even say this is too low. You heard me. Top 20 out of 246 levels being too low. Because that's how good of a level this is. It is such a peak level. It has an amazing route. And you know what? I will say this. Every single opening level of the year, 2023, Auspicious Jade Rabbit, I like it now, but I didn't like it on release. 2024, Competition Park, I dislike it. What was it, 2020? Oh, yeah, Robotoy, 2025, I dislike it. But this level broke that trend. I liked it immediately. Amazing soundtrack, amazing design. The blue theme, oh my god, it's so good. Everything about this level is actually insane. So good, amazing. S or P tier for sure. In 19th place we have Faded, and in 18th place we have Neon. I'm gonna put these together because they both released in 2018, and I feel like they go together. Faded is the iconic EDM level. It's the one that started everything, both in Dancing Line and this game. Faded is iconic. I love how they use a time theme here too. Like, it just works so well. Everything they did in this level just is awesome, and the soundtrack also peak. Neon, I don't even know if I have to explain this. This is the most iconic level in the game. You can't tell me otherwise. That there is a more iconic level than Neon. It is so iconic and very much deserves to be in the P tier. In 17th place we have Hub, a level that a lot of people will probably disagree with me on. Although recently I've been seeing a lot less Hub hate and a lot more Hub love, which is pretty cool because it is a very solid level. It's a level that requires you to actually use your brain and kind of think a little, which is pretty cool. What it does with the movers and this level is supposed to represent the sewer. It represents like a pipeline with the movers moving around constantly, never knowing where it's going to go. That is just like a pipeline. Rezi even said it himself in his playthrough video. It's true. I personally see it as that. A lot of other people do too, apparently. So yeah. And the soundtrack is amazing as well. So yeah, 17th place. In 16th place, we have the first level of our actual best level set in the game. The Light Tune. When the worst level from your level set is in 16th place, you know you did something right. This is the version B level of the 10th anniversary set. It's the easy version, which is a 4-star essentially if you perfect it. It is so good. I'm not going to talk about anything I could really only talk about the route. The route here, they nailed it for a easy version. If you want to take the easy way, sure. It's a 1.9 easy way, so it's almost a 2-star, but technically not. And if you want to take the perfect way, good luck trying to perfect a 5-star. I just love that. It just works so well, and other factors are included in this well, but I want to talk about time memory when I talk about that. So, kicking off our top 15, we have Chronos. Chronos is such a peak level. It uses that time theme, the sand time theme. In fact, this level's original name was supposed to be Time. It's kind of funny, kind of boring. But it even introduced the Chronos Positive skin, my favorite skin that doesn't have any power up abilities. I use Pumpkin obviously because it has power up abilities, but it's my favorite skin without power up abilities. And it just has an amazing soundtrack too, the rock to the 3/4 time calm. It's so cool. It's awesome. I love it. It's such an iconic level. In 14th place we have Cubic Craft. This level has the most gems in the game, having 40, which is an interesting choice at the time. I don't know if some people hated it, some people liked it. This level is so much more memorable than Toy Blocks. Who actually remembers that level? This is the memorable level. It has, in my opinion, the third best soundtrack in the game. That's how good it is. It's better than Sunshine Ocean, which has they were composed by the same composer. They sound almost identical. And I do think Sunshine Ocean is better. This level is so good. It's actually insane how good this level is. Even I like the purple theme as well. It even has references to the obstacles made in glass tiles. Literally the point of Toy Blocks. It is like toys. Awesome. In 13th place, the Fission Glazers are coming after me saying that 13th place is too low. But I'm sorry. Fission, 13th place. Still, you guys got 13th place. Whoa. Yeah, honestly, such a peak level. So fun. I've gotten into it so much more. And actually, I didn't realize this till a while. Fission, the word, means to split apart. Do you know what this level's route does? It splits apart so much. It literally embodies the scientific term. So awesome. It's amazing. It's amazing what this level does. I love it for it. And quite frankly, it's just an amazing level. In 12th place, we have Amusement Park. The level, in my opinion, has the best concept ever in the game. Best concept. It uses the reverse pads. It uses fireworks. Everything that you see in this level actually resembles what would happen at a real amusement park. You feel the vibe. You feel it. You can feel it. You could just feel it in your bones. It's so awesome. It's just incredible what they did here, and I'm like, it's incredible. It's not in my top 10. That's just how many better levels there are. Speaking of which, the level that barely missed out on my top 10, in 11th place, it was in my top 10 until a level in 2026 dethroned it. The Sea. This is the lone Cheetah Mobile era level that was in my top 10. There is now no Cheetah Mobile level in my top 10. It was inevitable considering there are much more mini-max levels at this point. But this is the best Cheetah Mobile level in the game. Not even close. I guess it's technically kind of close because Neon is 18th place. But in my eyes, it's not even close. I would pick this in a heartbeat. It has a concept that was insanely awaited, I would say, being in the sea in a game called Rolling Sea. And the obstacles, the atmosphere, they nailed it. Everything in this level. They absolutely nailed it. Now, kicking off my top 10, what level's in 10th place? You guys can guess, but spoiler alert, it's Interstellar Leap. This level brings the vibe. This is the best space theme level in the game. Also, this one, for real, there's nothing even close to this level. Like, Space Station is the closest, and that was 77th place. This level has soundtrack, fun mystery boxes. That's crazy. You never find those. Outside of our second and fourth place, this is the third best level to have mystery boxes in the game. And our fifth place. So it's the fourth best level to have mystery boxes. I forgot that our fifth place had mystery boxes. But still, very fun level, and for being a space theme level, it actually does everything pretty much perfectly. In ninth place, we have Sunshine Ocean, the level that also brings the vibe with its soundtrack composed by Meng He, I believe that's who composed it. And I actually like the yellow theme a lot. It works very well. I love all of these sea-themed levels. They do so well. 2 of them are in P tier. 2 of them were in my top 10 for a long time. One still is. This one that I'm talking about right now. They always nail these sea-themed levels. Tsunami and Lighthouse Alley crying in the corner. They can do that. But it's just such a fun level. It brings the energy. I literally have no complaints with anything. This is just me glazing a bunch of levels at this point. In 8th place, we have Desolate Area. Desolate Area is also just one of the best levels to ever exist, soundtrack-wise. It is in my top 5 soundtracks. It is so good. It uses the minecart theme perfectly. Remember when I was talking about the minecart theme in Westland? Yeah, times that by 10 here. That's how much cooler it is. It is so peak. So peak. And it's only 8th place. In 7th place, we have Time Machine. This is almost the best level of 2024. The second best level of 2024 because the next level on the tier list beats it by 1 placement. And this is the bonus of Nirvana. In my opinion, this is the 3rd best anniversary level. Yeah, there's 2 above it. And this one's still good. It's one of the shortest. I think it is the shortest anniversary level of all time. And it still does good. It uses the Phoenix theme, not a lot, I'll admit. But this level actually has cameos, which Nirvana should learn to use. Not a hit on Nirvana. I like Nirvana, but just making a joke. the way this soundtrack is so emotional and it actually leads to theme cameos, it works so damn well. And that is why it's 7th place. However, you are not beating Battle Bastion, 6th place for the best level of 2024. This level has, in my opinion, the second best soundtrack in the game. Yeah, I know, I flip-flopped a lot. I said that, like, third, I keep messing up my word. Third best soundtrack in the game. I keep messing up my words all the time and saying blah, blah, blah has the best soundtrack in the game. Yeah. But, yeah, this level, it's good. It's so good. This was the reason that I started Deeper Dives. This level right here. That's how iconic it is. Now, in an interesting turn of events, I bet you didn't expect this because my top 5 has changed. I mean, it's really just my 3rd, 4th, and 5th place have swapped. It's because in 5th place, we have Motive Feast, actually, not Zone 22. Motive Feast is so peak. Declan Hugo put it in the it's bad category, or just okay. Either way, it's not okay. It's peak. It's so freaking peak. How do you not like this level? It has one of the best soundtracks in the game. So many cameos. Some of the best mystery boxes in the game, which is impossible to do in my eyes. And it has everything. And it's still not better than its main level. Absolutely insane. Now, in 4th place, this is going to surprise people. We have Magic House, the 2nd greatest soundtrack in the game. Yep, you heard me right. My favorite soundtrack in the game has swapped in the past few days. Magic House used to have the best soundtrack. By no means does that mean it has a bad soundtrack now. It is my 2nd favorite soundtrack in the game. And also, just really fun to play. It is technically a 6-star rated, and it has a lot of diagonal tiles. However, I never found this one hard. This one has only 10 gems, no crowns. And I feel like that makes every gem so fun to collect. Like, every gem has a purpose. Everything in this level works. This is also Declan Hugo's favorite level of 2025. It is my 2nd favorite because this is a horrible segue because my favorite level of 2025 is actually 2nd place. So let's talk about our 3rd place, bronze medal, 3rd level in the game of the 246 levels of the game. This is the 3rd best one, and it literally came out this year. Zone 22. This is going to be so controversial. This is a controversial top 10 pick, even. Zone 22 has the best soundtrack in the game. You heard me. The game. And I don't even know. It's grown on me so much in the past few days. Like, you start in this, like, blue, intense kind of area. Like, ooh, ominous. And then you, like, go into, like, this... And it has holes, too. And you can go into this, like, dusty area where the soundtrack starts to pick up. And then you're in, like, that area for the rest of the level. And then when you end, you're finally escaping. There's more holes in the ground. You're in the blue theme. You're abandoned. It's so freaking peak. This is why they're in the peak tier, guys. It's so good. And additionally, this is the level of the 2nd best mystery boxes in the game. That's how good the mystery boxes are. I don't think there's a single bad one. The 2nd one is hard. Yes, I don't think it's bad. And in 2nd place, this is no surprise. Obviously, Time Memory is not beating Chess Fortress. It never came close. But it does have a Chess Fortress cameo, so we love that. Time Memory has the best, not only mystery boxes in the game, the best level of 2025, best 6-star level, best anniversary level, best level set. It is the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. They could not have done this anniversary any better, quite frankly. I mean, like, this is the best level set in the game. When your worst level is 16th place and your best is 2nd, you're doing something right. So, yeah, very much 2nd place worthy. But that means, what is our 1st place? Well, I mean, you could literally see it. It's Chess Fortress, and I feel like if you're watching this channel and you have been watching for at least 2 videos, you should probably know that. If you're not, welcome. Thanks for watching this, like, I don't even know how long this is going to be, like 2-hour video, 2-hour-ish video, just to see the Chess Fortress is my favorite level in the game. You already know why. I love chess as a hobby. This level has an amazing tab track, the best obstacles in the game, in my opinion, best level of 2023. And it's just so peak. It doesn't have the best soundtrack in the game, obviously. I mean, these two levels don't, but they still just beat it in terms of level design. I'm sure I'm not the only Chess Fortress lover out there. I'm sure there's a few others of you. But, yeah. So, that is every single level ranked on a tier list. All 246 levels in the freaking game. Can you believe how many levels we had? Like before the hiatus, that there was like significantly less. That's insane. So if you guys want to scroll through, I mean, you guys can just watch the video through. I mean, I share my entire opinion on the levels and what their placements are. But if you guys watched all the way through this video and you aren't subscribed already, I mean, come on. You just watched a like 2-hour and 30-minute tier list ranking of Rolling Sky levels. You have to subscribe at this point. You're too invested in this channel and the inside jokes that we have. So, with that being said, guys, I will see y'all in the next, hopefully much shorter level or video. I have so many levels. And this was a really fun project, guys. I will not be doing this like as a yearly thing. This will be like a very much in the future when there's a lot more levels thing, especially if my opinion has changed a lot. Okay, my opinion has changed a lot. The next year I'll do it again. But yeah, please subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.